Oi, 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 oi. It's Monday, which obviously means one thing. It's the show with the OGs. Now, we will be joined by Jez at some stage. We'll be joined by Normski there on the way. And maybe a bit of Kyle Walsh, the volcano, will join us very, very, very soon. They should be all on their way. But first, we're going to talk about, well, what we will get through today is the worst duo in Arsenal history, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. No surprises who that's going to be. A David Raya worry. There is a little bit of a David Raya worry. Have Arsenal been 100% figured out? We've got a bit of regression FC. We've got a bit of wanker of the week as well, and a bit of merch at the end. I love doing a little bit of merch, and I've got something special for you there. But first, we're going to say hello to my world-class guest, and we're going to start with DJB. How are you doing, my friend?
All good, matey. Yeah, and a bank holiday Monday. I didn't do a lot today, I've got to be honest. Weather was a bit grim, wasn't it? So I was going to go out on have a little cycle, but had a bit of a lazy day for a change. So yeah, all good, mate, all good. And then just gearing myself up already for the big game on Wednesday night.
Yeah. We'll get into that. But no, I'm glad you got some smiles on your face, mate, because I know you've had a bit of a challenging. I won't say anymore, but a bit of a challenging weekend.
It has been a bit of a challenging weekend. Yeah,
not your usual one, but the main thing is you got a smile on your face, and it's a pleasure to be on screen with you, my friend, and likewise as well, Shane, man. I always look forward to the Mondays. Always look forward to sharing a screen with your brother. How you doing?
Oh, good, man. Yeah, and I fully agree. I always look forward to the Mondays. It's been every night. It's a cracker. It's a pleasure to be surrounded by the likes of your DJ, by the likes of yourself and DJB, and I'm all good, man. Yeah, thinking about Wednesday. I well, of course, we'll get into it. I'm not excited. I'm worried, which would happen anyway. I'd be nervous, but all good, man. Did my stream this morning. It went really well, and things are looking up, and this community's just fucking taking me in. And it's nice to be surrounded by like-minded people, even if we are the minority. But unfortunately, that's how it is at the moment. So we just have to keep fighting our corner and see how things go. But yeah, looking forward to getting into it tonight, man. As always.
Yeah, man. No, buzzing. Yeah, and we will of course get into it. Now we'll start off with a Bournemouth game. We might as well. We won't spend too much time on it, but we'll start off with it. And look, listen, what an absolute shower of shit that was. Let's just no holds barred it. You know what I mean? It was just an absolute shower of shit. Do you know what it reminded me of? Reminded me of this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just absolutely 100% in every way, shape, or form that steaming pile of crap. It was just a reflection of whatever the fuck that was. Probably the worst ever shower curtain ever to be made. It weren't very pretty, was it, ladies and gentlemen? It's very disappointing. It was crap. But you know where it sort of leaves us? It leaves us in a quite a bad position. Now, look, I don't think we're going to slip out of the top 5, of course. But, I mean, look at the state of that. This is just a league table, and this is live as well with Nottingham Forest currently drawing away at Crystal Palace. It don't make for very, very, very good reading, does it? I mean, we'll get to regression FC in a little bit, so we won't spend too much time on the points we're behind Liverpool, but I want to more focus on what's going down that way. Look at the state of it. 3 games left, and Man City's caught us by 3. They hadn't won one game, or they'd won one game in 12 or 13, by the way, to just give a context on how poor they've been this season. They're 3 points behind now. Just saying, Liverpool, Anfield the weekend, and then Newcastle, who we failed to beat. Just saying. And now, look, we've let Newcastle come up to us. By the way, just saying to everyone, we could easily finish this league 5th. What do you reckon, DJB? It's not pretty, is it, man? What sad end domestically, innit? What sad end to the season.
Yeah, I think what it is, Aaron, and everyone, is that just sums up our season. That has been our season. And I think where we are there, with 67 points currently in second, is a false position of how we've been playing.
Yeah.
And Saturday against Bournemouth, it's just been typical of how the season's been. He played pretty much a full strength team, knowing that these got bigger fish to fry on Wednesday. Again, he didn't try anything different. His substitutions were too late. And it comes down again to his in-game management and his tactics around the game, around the match. It's just every single game. And we've had moments, we've had our days in the sun, we've had the Real Madrids and the Man Cities and stuff like that. But they've only been moments. they've all been moments. And what you saw Saturday and that league position sums up this season. And I've got news for everyone. If it carries on the way it's carrying on under this manager, that league table will look even worse next season. And I'm not worried about the Champions League at the moment. I'm talking about the nitty gritty, the bread and butter, day in, day out of this football club. We have struggled against teams, West Ham at home, Brighton at home, Southampton, Leicester. We only managed to just beat, and this is how it's been. And it's no surprise that Man City, that have got their act together, albeit too late, and Newcastle and Chelsea are hot on their tails because, it's just crazy. It really, really is. And the longer it goes on, the worse it's going to get. Unfortunately, it's going to be painful, guys. It's going to be painful.
Yeah.
And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until the club realises, actually, this guy's done all what he can now. It's time for a change. It really is time for a change.
Yeah, 100, man. Before I bring Shane in, just want to say big up to Sam. You got Sam in the building. Rashid, my brother Rashid, big up to you, bruv. Malcolm's in the building. Gavin, big up geezer. Lawrence, yes, I haven't forgotten, brother. Joseph, Connor, Golden, what a geezer he's in the building. And Matty Southern Gooner, what an absolute legend. AK4P's in the building. Good evening, mate. Robbo's in the building. We got a bit of vigilantes everywhere now as well. Big up to you, brother. Tony from Hammers Football TV. Excellent, mate. Cheers for your view. We got a bit of Doc in the building. Big up to you, geezer. Mob's here. Big up to you. Respect you. Yeah, Robbo saying Aaron without hat on means business. I know. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. We'll get into it, don't we? Will's in the house as well, man. We got some proper geezers in here. Callum's in the building. Mems is here, and Aguna Matata's here as well. Big up, man. Shane, I'll let you go, brother.
Yeah, I'm just the same as everything DJB says. It's it's the long-term damage here. It's the long-term damage, and we quickly discussing it backstage that DJB said it, I've said it, several of us have said it, and people are just flabbergasted when we say even if we win the Champions League, I want him gone. And I've said to people, clip it up. I don't care. I'm obviously not massive in this game, but if they want to clip it up and fucking use it and send it to people, then I don't really care because I want them gone. Even if we win the Champions League, because the long-term effects are devastating, absolutely devastating what this man has done. We've named off all the players that are going to go. Jorginho's gone today. We knew that was happening. Tierney's going to Celtic. We don't know if the Partey contract's going to get sorted. Looks like Trossard could leave. He has his eye in Saudi. Madrid are sniffing around Saliba. Gabriel was looking at Saudi a couple of years ago. And these players want to win, and they want to play good football. And they are two things that you do not associate with Mikel Arteta. We play terrible football. We do not win. The evidence is there. Every single metric he's failed on. And the long-term damage, people winning the Champions League, it's not a magic portal into happy land. You know what I mean? It's great for us. We'll celebrate. We'll have it. We can say to the other fans, look, we won the big one. But deep down, the real supporters with a bit of common sense will know we are screwed next season. Absolutely screwed next season. And the only way we can have a somewhat decent season next season is if we get in a good manager who can work with the players that we have left, make a few signings, yes. But we're going to have to sign about 10 players, which drastically brings down your budget. Because if you have a 300 million budget, as they say, and you have to get 10 players, you can only spend about 30 million on each one. But you're going to have to spend 80 million on the Gyökeres, and then it goes down. Who are we going to bring in? But the thing is, if we brought in a manager and knew what he was doing, he could say, listen, Zinchenko, give me another season. I'm going to play you in midfield. Listen, Lewis Skelly, I'm not going to play you at left back anymore. I'm going to play you in midfield. Ranieri, I'm going to build a team around you. Odegaard, I'll give you one more chance, but you're not starting. You have to earn your way back in, and it won't be in the 10, mate. If you don't like it on your bike, then suddenly the midfield looks a bit bigger. Partey, please stay for another year. Bang, one of the best number 6s in the world. Why are we letting him go? There is solutions there, but just not under this manager. Because all the things I've mentioned there, he will never do them. Never, ever will he do them because he's too stubborn. If Berta came to him and said, you better do all these things or you're fired, he'd probably go fire me then because he's too stubborn. So hopefully they clash on something like that Berta's left with no other option than the option that I'm pretty sure he wants is to get rid of him. But we'll see. It seems insane to people to say, oh, if he wins the Champions League, I want him gone. But like I always say, you think about that when you're a top fan. And I don't mean a top gooner, I mean a top fan, a proper fan.
Yeah.
You think about the long-term future of your club. You don't just live in the moment. You don't live... Arsenal's history isn't the last 90 minutes that you liked. It isn't beating Madrid 3-0. That's not Arsenal's history. Arsenal's history is long and rich, and it's coming up to 140 years of history, a proud history that they don't care about. It didn't start with the Emirates. It didn't start with the Premier League. You know what I mean? Oh, Odegaard's our third longest serving captain. The gall of a sight to say something like that. The ignorance of it. And that's what we're dealing with. So we're here to say that things are not okay. They're not okay, and they won't be in the future. When I send my kids out into the world, I want them prepared for the world. I want them to be able to handle themselves later. I don't just do things day by day to get through the day. I do it to make their tomorrow better. And that's what it is with Arsenal. And we might have to repeat ourselves. We might have to say these things, but that's just the way it is. We have to do it until it gets through. And listen, I'll leave it at that.
It's frustrating, man, because let me just bring this league table just up before I bring Normski in again, yeah? As it currently stands, man, we're quite lucky, you know that. We are very, very, very lucky that 5th place is the Champions League this year. We really, really are. Because when you look at this, right, I want to specifically highlight just Newcastle here, who are in 4th place. I know Chelsea are in the same, but we don't play Chelsea. We do play Newcastle. If 5th place wasn't a Champions League spot, and it was just top 4, there's every chance that we're out of this. Because, you know, you lose at Liverpool after you give them that good old guard of honour. Thank you very much again, Mikel, for that, by the way. You lose to them and Newcastle win their game. All of a sudden, they're 1 point behind. They beat you at the Emirates Stadium. And let's get it right. We've lost all 3 times to them this season. We would easily slip out of this. Man City are on their little run. You know, they're probably going to win the rest of their games. They're not difficult games. We could have easily slipped out of top 4 here. Like, ridiculously easily. It's madness. How have we got to that stage? How have we been so poor domestically? It's a farce, mate. It's just disgraceful. And we're sitting there and we're thinking, and we'll do a lot more on this manager because that's coming up. There's a lot of coming up. There's Odegaard and there's this manager coming up. And we got stuff to back it, as we always do. It's just not good enough. How can a Champions League game mask this absolute horror show? When I get Regression FC, and that will be coming up very, very, very soon, we'll have a little look to see how badly he's been doing again every year. But this is unacceptable. Every single season and every single good team are always gauged on how good you are over a 38 span. It's all about the league. It always has been and it always will be. Of course, I want to win the Champions League, but to determine whether you are a good team, a really good team, or a great team depends on where you sit after 38 Premier League games. And this, or second, could be significantly worse after 38 Premier League games. And the very fact we're 15 points behind now is an absolute testament to the shower of shit that this manager has been over 5.5 years. Normski, man, help me out, my brother. Thank you very much for being on.
No problem. Big up to the panel and big up to the chat. Yeah, I mean, you look at the table, you look at our performance on Saturday, and you look at the team selection, and you ask yourself, what's this guy doing? You know what I mean? I can't work him out whether he wants to secure second place, or the fact that he's going into this second leg where you see PSG have rested completely, more or less all their players, barring one, and we're going into this Bournemouth game where we could have potentially should have played Ethan Manrieri, we could have played Kieran Tierney. There's lots of options that we could have done and used, and I think this manager, I don't know if he used to play as a winger, but I can tell you this day he's actually winging it. Yeah, he's absolutely winging this. And just the nonsense that this guy, the claptrap that comes out of this guy's mouth, to sit and hear him, I go back to the press conference, the previous one, where, he came in, he was, let me put it this way, I came home today and I came home and I went upstairs and I saw my missus and I saw my son and I saw my daughter and I thought, what have I got a family? You get where I'm going with this, people? Do you get where I'm going? Yeah. This claptrap, this guy's coming in. Oh, I came into the changing room and I saw this one, I saw that one, and I saw that one, and I saw this. You know what? And unfortunately, guys, you know, I was going to put on the Arteta Matrix thing, but I thought I'll leave it for now because this is serious things now because you've got fans sitting there and lapping this up and saying, "Oh my God, how's he do it?" You know, he's without all these 7 key players. Well, half of them don't even play anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's every time, and then you know we go and lose against Bournemouth of all people. Yeah. Who've done the double over us twice. They've done the double over us, yeah? And our illustrious captain, Odegaard, listen, the penalty, whether it was a penalty or not, it came off his elbow. Listen, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, yeah? Because we ain't challenging for the league. Simple as, yeah. Here we go. He's having a little dance with
Look at Odegaard there. Look, seriously,
giving him a reach around, man.
Absolutely. Absolute nonsense. Listen, and you know, going back to looking at the league tables, you know, we're what it's a blessing that Chelsea beat them because boy, we would be quite embarrassing in terms of how many points we're off of Liverpool. You know, I look at this, I look at this, and I see Man City, probably one of their worst seasons, barring none, where they could finish second and win the FA Cup. Newcastle already won a Carabao Cup. Chelsea are likely to go and win the Conference League. Yeah. Then this is where it really hits me. You've got 2 teams that have probably had one of their worst seasons. Man United, 35 years, one of their worst results under Amorim. You know, I think there's 3 teams worse than him in terms of how many games they've lost. That's the ones that have gone down. He's won 6 games since Amorim's taken over Man United. 6 games. Yeah. They've lost 16 games. They like currently, I think it's 14th, or 15th. I can't remember exactly. But put it this way, guys. One of them teams, is likely to go through and win the Europa League, right? Which will potentially give them a European position based on where they are now. The worst season, right? Well, if they win the Europa League, lift a trophy, and finish, because it takes them to a European place, a Champions League, then they've had a better season than us. They've had a successful season. It's as simple as that. I don't want to hear about league places or where you finish, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Sorry.
No, do you know what the thing is as well is if they obviously win the Europa League, 1, it's painful to see a rival win a trophy. Just that off the bat on its own anyway. 2, obviously they win a trophy. I mean, that's absolute fact. But they get seeded in the Champions League, top seed as well for winning that Europa League, by the way. So they get a cup, they get in the top seed. They who gives a toss about that because they've won a European trophy. And then they also get a chance to win another European trophy in the Super Cup the following year.
Yep.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah, but Arsenal got second again.
Which we won't.
No one cares. No one cares. Now, look, the only reason I know the likes of Lee and a couple of other people, and I can see where they're coming from when they say, what's the difference between 17th and second or the Champions League places? Now, I get that totally where they're coming from. The only reason why I slightly disagree on that is purely because if we get outside the Champions League this year, let's just say for argument's sake, then the next manager that comes in, I want Arteta replaced, but the next manager ain't coming in. We're not picking up from the top tier because they're going to go, you ain't in the fucking Champions League. That's the only reason why I want it, for the sake of replacing this fall. Because, let's just say for argument's sake, someone like a Simeone just became available. He ain't going to come to Arsenal if we're not in the Champions League. Inzaghi ain't going to leave Inter to come to Arsenal without Champions League. So that's the only real reason, by the way, why I'm like, this season, maybe it is kind of important we stay in that Champions League, only for the progression of another manager, not for this prick. Because, I mean, he ain't going to win it. We will come into it very, very, very soon, but he ain't going to win this Champions League. But I'll tell you what's going to happen. One of them shitty teams sitting in 15th, 16th or 17th, or who gives the fuck where they are probably going to win the Champions League. They're probably getting into the final. The Europa League, apologies. Yeah. That's what they're happening. Either way, one of them teams are going to have a parade. That's what's going to happen. And I'll tell you what, I was asked who I'd prefer. And it's a horrible question, And I only edged towards Manchester United over Tottenham purely because I've regularly seen Manchester United win trophies. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of almost, it hurts, but it's nothing to me. They won one last year. They won one the year before. They just naturally just pipe out trophies. They just do that. They're a cup team since Fergie's left. Whereas Tottenham, that would be the real dagger for me because the banter stops then, doesn't it? Yeah. The banter stops. It's over. And it's been a nice, since 2008, it's been nice to have that sort of double laugh over them. Do you know what I mean? The old Juan de Ramos managing team and the old Woodgate extra time winner or whatever it was. Do you know what I mean? Back in 08, taking over Martin Yole and all of that. It's sort of banter. I'd rather it for that. But we've got to start looking inwards, man. And I'll come back to DJB in a second. I will just get a couple of these comments. I wouldn't put past Arteta to lose second place after dropping a fifth place. Oh, 100%, mate. It's on the cards. Eh? Up to you, brother. Cheers for your support as well, man. Always a pleasure. AFC Vigilante saying Odegaard Salsa dancing. I mean, what is that all about? I mean, what is this, by the way? Yeah. What is that? That is just pathetic, isn't it? I mean, have you ever seen anything like it? Look at it. What is that? He's like fucking Bambi on ice, isn't he, man? It's just unbelievable, man. Yeah, Doc's saying you've heard no look passing. That was no look defending. Do you know what I'm saying? He's making a new trend, making Ronaldinho look bad and that. Even into all my Guna bros, Vic Lafia, brother, big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Coley. Yeah, we try. We certainly try. Do you know what I mean? It's part of the show. Joseph's coming with a question, DJP and Aaron. What did you make, of that fan calling people out for having egos who don't rate Arteta? Yeah, that was obviously from for the Harry Simeon. I'd guess. I mean, go on. I know you've had your little bit of a say, DJB, but Joseph's always been a good member of the show.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, Joseph. At the end of the day, Joseph. At the moment, I haven't got a channel, so there's no ego from where I'm coming from. So I don't know where he's going on from now. And secondly, he's only looking after his ego. Otherwise, he wouldn't get in the press boxes. So if he was to drop his ego and ask the serious questions that need to be answered, who's got the egos? You know, I've got no ego. I'm just looking at the facts. Egos don't come into it. When you see the facts in front of you and you can actually witness what you're watching, as I do, pretty much game in, game out, it's not about egos. It's about what you can see in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nowhere near good enough, is it? His opinion. And I think Lee mudded him pretty well anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure you'd sort of seen that joke.
Yeah,
I'm sort of copy and paste on DJB.
I don't know the guy, so I don't know him personally. I've not met him. I don't know him. It's just, yeah. Do you know what my problem really is with that? Everything he's saying, especially when he started the video, Harry. He was sort of saying, he started off with the need to be right and all of this, and I was thinking, it's the other way around, you silly sod. Like, do you know what I mean? We just need to be right. Like we'll say 10 outlandish things and one of them be right. I'm like, that's your side of the fence, bro.
Yep.
Like, I'm thinking, what?
Do you know what the thing about it is, Darren? Well, I've always been of the sorry. I've always been of the belief that the only time I'd get hurt or I take something on board about someone says about me or my opinions is by someone I respect. So it doesn't really matter if someone that you don't respect says something. It means absolutely nothing. It's water off a duck's back. But I did have a question for you, Aaron, actually, and I'm going to AFTV it. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. All right.
I don't watch AFTV, so
no, I don't either. But I know that they always say devil's advocate, right? But you mentioned something earlier about not wanting to get knocked out of the Champions League. So which reality would you prefer, though? Would you prefer to not get in the Champions League and Arteta gets sacked and get in a new manager and start again, or stay in and year?
If that's no. I'd rather do that. Yeah, that's an easy question. That's quite a nice question to answer. Yeah, get him out. I'd rather take my chance.
Not even on a personal level, just because we don't like him so much now. I mean, just because you're a fan that thinks about the future of the club would be better off. You'd have to take those steps back to move forward without him. I knew your answer. I just wanted to.
I would sort of say just obviously try and get the best available. That goes without saying. But once Arteta's gone, hopefully his little spell is been dismissed on all of the 80,000 100 it's probably millions of Arsenal fans. Hopefully the spell's broke and they wake up and they're like, oh yeah, then they remember they had standards once before Arteta cast his spell of absolute nonsense over him. Look, if he was gone and someone else done bad, they'd sack someone else within 6 months. They would. It's just because they love Arteta, because he's the sexiest Spaniard anyone's ever seen, ever. Do Do you know what I mean? Enrique Iglesias for football management. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I would take my chances that I'd get him gone all day long, no matter what. No matter what. That's number one. Big up, my dear Joanne. How are you doing? We got Ian's in the building as well. Big up to you, brother. Cheers for stepping over and giving us a view, mate. Vigilantes, and you make a good point about the Champions League. Yeah, getting a real manager to replace it. Yeah, that's sort of And Shane's sort of playing the old Devils advocate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's about right. But I mean, ultimately, if there's any option to get this manager out of this football club, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Like probably bar relegation, I'm taking it. Do you know what I mean? Like. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. If we keep this manager for another 5 years, that's where it's going. Mr. Waffle, big up to you, brother. Cooking, geezer, terrible from the mug. God knows what you mean there. I'm sure it's innocent. Big up, mate. I don't bother watching the match. I don't blame you. I wish I could do the same. Tone V, big up, bruv. Yeah, penalty. No, look, man, what we're doing here. Yeah, had Bournemouth down for a 3-0 win. Yeah. Do you know what? It's actually quite sad that you're closer to my prediction. I thought, we'll probably sneak this 1-0. When I went up, I was like, yeah, that's it. We'll shut the shop up. And then guess what happens? Now we just concede goals left, right, and centre. 2 from set pieces, which, by the way, is 12 this season, which, by the way, is the most, I think, maybe of any Arsenal. And something like that, and it, DJB. I think
we're not scoring either. Have you noticed? We're not scoring from corners anymore.
We've let in the most. Yeah, we've let in the most in the league.
But we're letting them in. Yeah, we're letting them in, but we're not scoring anymore.
Here's another stat for you. There's another team in the Premier League that have lost points from winning positions. They've lost points from winning positions in 10 matches. Same as us.
Yeah.
Southampton.
Yeah. Buddha, big up, brother. Big up, Buddha. Arteta won FA Cup. 2 Gardens of Honours for Liverpool. Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? Who was it? Was it on Lee's as well, or was it on someone else's I was watching? Maybe it was you, Shane. I'm not too sure. Where we were saying how over like the last 3 years we've collected the most points, but ain't won nothing.
Yeah, same as Spurs. Spurs did it as well. Under Pochettino.
Yeah.
Oh dear, it might have been on Lee's or from your stats game. Yeah.
Yeah, we brought up that earlier on. We're very similar to Pochettino.
That was my graphic. Yeah, I sent that to Lee.
Yeah. That's where we're getting it.
Yeah, it's staggering. And these top gooners were all over Tottenham during that period, mocking them.
Yeah.
About winning nothing.
Yeah.
Just quickly before we move back on and get back on track, the Doc is sending the super chat. Big up to you, brother, my good man over here, the Doc. Smash the likes and subscribe. Yeah, closet Spurs fans, come on, smash them likes and drop a subscribe to all of the lads. I will be putting the links out in the stream very regularly. But yeah, let's just ever so slightly move on because I want to talk about David Raya. I'm a little bit worried about this geezer. He was better than Ramsdale. Yeah, that's fact. But I'm looking at this fella now and I'm like, yes, positioning's all over the place. He started the season quite strong. His positioning's got all over the place. Penalty from the penalty spot. I mean, he dives about 3 weeks before, doesn't he? I mean, that's embarrassing. But his passing under pressure is borderline shocking. And his kicking in general has massively regressed. Is there a cause for concern with this goalkeeper? Because I'm looking at him and I'm like, do you know what, man? You are either out of form at the wrong time or you just ain't it, bruv.
Yeah, it looks like he's had a loss. I don't know what it is. I mean, I saw the he nearly got chipped again. You know, he's having a bit of a brain fart. I mean, because he thinks he's some sort of Maldini defender or something. I don't know, because he's always playing outside his area, which it's obviously an instruction that's coming from Arteta, because last season, the early part of this season, he wasn't doing that. Yeah. So it's all about having that control of the football in our third. But really and truly, when I watch the way we play, the speed at which we play at, it's you compare that to other teams, and it's like it's so slow and predictable. And this is what he wants. And yeah, he's gone off. He's gone off the ball big time, and I'm quite worried about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That goal going in off his knee, a little bit flustered, and I'm thinking, what's this guy doing? It's like he's had a loss of head. His ball distribution ain't being brilliant. Long balls. You know what I mean? If we're going to beat PSG, your distribution's got to be better, because I don't think we're going to be able to play through them. Yeah? So we might have to play over the top of them. Yeah? I think Knowles side alluded to this. Yeah. So you're saying like the tactics that you probably might need to use against PSG is to go long. But if you're going to go long, make sure you hit your target. Make sure you hit your target, But yeah, I mean, just overall, the team, they've properly nosedived. It's just unbelievable. And you look at the table, And you just think, where has there hasn't been any challenge, and this is going to turn out to be one of our worst seasons.
Yeah,
under Mikel Arteta, it's going to be one of our worst seasons.
Yeah, no, facts, Knowles. I think what it is with the goalkeeper now is it's going, lack of confidence is going through the team. When things are not going right in any team, players don't want to show for the ball. They don't really want the ball. They don't want to be on the ball. And this is where top players step up. I remember the likes of Pirlo. It doesn't matter whether the team was playing crap around him. That guy was always wanting the ball and on the ball and comfortable on the ball. So when you've now got a goalkeeper that's looking to play the ball to someone, he's not really confident because he knows the outfield players don't really want the ball and they're not confident. So then he's like hesitating, and it's just going through the team. We are in bad form. And we're going into this game Wednesday in real shocking form. Yeah, we beat Real Madrid, 2 wonder goals that won't ever be done again. And I said it on Lee's stream. If we play Real Madrid next week, they'd easily beat us with the form we're on. If we play Real Madrid next week, we ain't getting a result. And this is how it's been, guys. There's players that are not fit. Saka's not fit. He's not fully fit. He's still coming back into fitness. Martinelli's out of form. Trossard don't really want to know he's out of form. Declan Rice, he don't know whether he's playing a 6 or an 8. Partey don't know if he's getting a contract. Timber's now injured. Saliba's not not really built a strong partnership with Kivior. And it's just... And again, you get the keeper with the ball at his feet and he's like, what do I do with it? So it's affecting him as well. I think all keepers have their wobbles, don't they? All keepers have their wobbles. I probably would stick with him. But this is where the manager comes in. The manager's got to earn his stripes now. The manager's got to earn his stripes and get this team functioning and get this team to kind of play how we've seen them play. But unfortunately, he can't because he only knows plan A. And it shows with his substitutions, his in-game management. He don't trust his bench. That's why he didn't change it on Saturday. There's players there that he don't trust. Wanyeri is treating abysmally. I don't know what Wanyeri's done, what he's said. Did he go out partying one night and miss training? I don't know, because that's how he's treating him. He's treating him as if he's done wrong. It's absolutely appalling. So again, his man management skills come into play.
I can't wait to get to the Arteta bit because we're going to.
So as for Raya, I think he's just one in many of the players along the line. He's lacking confidence. And no one really is playing with any flair or confidence.
See, the thing is, DJB, with the part of that, what I think is that even with Timber getting absolutely cooked against PSG, it's the first time I've seen him like that, especially in the first half. He couldn't get near Kvaratskhelia. He couldn't get near him. He was fouling him. He could have got, he could have given away a penalty. Saliba's being poor. Like Miles Lewis-Skelly is starting to make more mistakes, and Raya. It shows how important Gabriel is. It shows how important that Gabriel was carrying a lot of them. You know what I mean? That without him, and I know the top gooners will jump on that and go, "Oh, that's why we're playing bad. One player missing." It shouldn't happen. Of course, it shouldn't happen. One player going missing shouldn't affect the whole position. But you touched on his man management skills. We know that they're despicable. They're absolutely despicable. The way he treats players, the way he locks players out. People are saying now, "Oh, well, who can he rotate? How can he rotate the forwards?" When we're saying all 3 have gone down with hamstring injuries. When we had Nelson and Fabio Vieira and Nketiah and Emile Smith-Rowe last season, he didn't rotate them either. He just put them in the cold all the time, never played them. And the thing is, we want to talk about his man management skills and how despicable he is because he plays these players through injuries. And I said it before, he has caused Ben White long-term damage. He's going to cause Timber long-term damage. And now we hear that Odegaard's getting injections before every game. Long-term damage all over the place. The one for me, right, it's not Odegaard's injury. I look at that man, right, and I go, he looks like genuinely. I'm not even saying he looks like he's close to a nervous breakdown. In his face, he looks. He needs an arm put around him. He needs to be. He's lost weight. He looks scared. He looks like he doesn't want to go out on the pitch. He looks terrified.
He looks like he's been taking heroin for about a month, doesn't he?
But to keep getting put in he keeps getting put in the firing line, right? Yeah. And any other manager, Ferguson, a Wenger, anyone, they take him out. They'd say, "We'll tell the press you're injured. You go home, spend some time with your family, eat some good food, go see someone, talk it out." And if we've seen it before, players like Dele Alli and all this just falling apart. And he does not care. He's putting them in the most high pressure games that the lad's ever played with a captain's armband that's weighing him down. And anyone can see that he is close to a nervous breakdown, to the point where the other players need to come to the manager and go, "You need to fucking back off him. He's our friend." You know what I mean? And if they had proper leaders, that would happen. If they had enough of them, if they weren't all yes men, you know what I mean? They'd go. I'm pretty sure the Arsenal players did it with Merson and Adams, and they all came around them. You know what I mean? When they were going through their problems. And they sent them off to, Merson had that press conference. He broke down. Off you go. Sort yourself out. When you're ready, come back. And they had a smaller squad. Your health is most important. This guy flogs them to death, physically and mentally. And I've always said this, and I'll land on this. And it's just a metaphor and whatever you want to call it. I'll come to the chat after. The day that he walks out that door, whether he's fired or he walks, as soon as that door clicks shut, their welfare, the players' welfare, the tea lady, all those people, gone. He will never think of them again. He will never think of how they are. He'll never send them a text to see how they're getting on. He will not care
about the club.
Odegaard needs to. They can tell the press whatever they want. If he doesn't want people to know he's having trouble, that guy is clearly having mental health problems. It's so obvious.
Yeah,
and he is an absolute sociopath for forcing him to play. As much as we slag Odegaard, if I met the guy, sorry, I'll be really quick. If I met him on the street, I'd shake his hand. He's an Arsenal player. I'd say, "Yeah, right." I wouldn't abuse him. I wouldn't call him a piece of shit or anything like that. He's an Arsenal player. I still love him because he's an Arsenal player. I give out about the way he's playing. But as a human, I only wish the best for him. He needs to be taken out of the firing line. He needs to go talk to someone, and he needs some time away from football, eat some food, go to the gym, and go see someone. And Arteta's a sociopath for what he's doing to him.
Norm, before you come in there, I just want to go to the chat, and then we will move on to Odegaard. So we'll jump in, and then I'll start with you, Norm.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
No. It's perfectly segued me nicely into what I'm doing anyway. But let's have a quick look in the chat. We've got some new faces. Let's have a little look. What we saying? Who we got in the chat? We got Ian. Don't surprise me at all. Who else we got in the building? Luca, big up, brother. How are you doing, man? Pleasure to see you. Who else we got in the building? Let's have a little look. Yep, I'm very good, Luca. Yep, top man. What a geezer. Yep, thank you very much. Top man. All right, let's see who else we got in the building. We got a bit of Doc. He's saying, "Man like Ryan, nephew's plans an inverted defensive midfielder." Yep, absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, no problem. You're all well and good, Luca. Anyway, do you think Ryan Aaron, will he get his confidence back? I actually don't think he will, mate, to be fair. But a
lot of players are lacking confidence under this manager.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of it. We got Mama Flossie in the building as well. Big up to you, my dear. We had a stream last night.
Mama.
She is an absolute superstar, superstar of a woman. My girl, she's first class. And we got Vigilante as a geezer. He's put everyone's channel in there, man. What geezer? He's everywhere at the minute, man. Yeah, Rye as well. Yeah, he's undroppable, man. He absolutely is, unfortunately, under this manager. And do you know what the frustrating bit is he actually wants to spend 26 million on a backup keeper. Who else does that in the league, by the way? I will get back to Odegaard now. Who else does it?
He hasn't found a good enough backup keeper, has he? That's why Ray's undroppable.
Yeah,
he doesn't trust any of his squad.
Yeah, no, you don't, man. Cool, man. All well and good. Right, going up. I will start this because there's a question there. I will start it. I'll get back to it in a little bit. But we will obviously now be moving on to Martin Odegaard. And I will let Normski obviously come in because he was waiting ever so politely. Listen, guess what? He set up Declan Rice. He did for the first goal. Let's all forget that. The top gooners, he set up Declan Rice. He got his assist. Well done, Martin. You made a forward pass almost like if you don't pass to the left or the right or that way, and you pass that way, maybe you can make something happen in the game. But yeah, of course, you know, he also done Martin Odegaard things, and he done this, didn't he? Yeah. And he done this, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, back to Martin Odegaard for the second half then. Normski, what was you saying there? Wait,
Big up to back up what Shane was saying. I think it's getting to be under a bit of a joke now with Martin Odegaard. I think you can see it in his face. He looks like he's suffering mentally and physically. And it's only right that the manager should take him out the firing line, because he has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. Yeah, you know, obviously, you know, he's made him captain. You know, he's seen as a role model, not a leader, and a role model meaning that, you know, he's very much like Arteta. You know, that's who, you know, Arteta wants him to be. And unfortunately, the pressure, because every time he steps onto that pitch, you can see that this guy is under pressure. I think there's a stat out. I don't know if it was Shane or somebody said it, that in terms of his free kicks, out of 20 odd free kicks, like say 29 free kicks. Of the 29 free kicks this guy has taken, 26 of those have hit the wall. Yeah, I can't remember. I heard it either today or yesterday. Right, that's ridiculous. Yeah, surely get half at least. But I think the pressure is proper mounting on this guy. Yeah. And Arteta needs to do the right thing and take him out of the firing line, because we're going into a massive game on Wednesday, right? We're going into the cauldron, right? And he won't be able to deal with it. He will not be able to deal with it. And it's unfortunate that Arteta is treating Ethan the way he's treating him. Is absolutely abysmal what he's doing. You know what I mean? The way, you know, he brings him on with like 4 minutes to go. To do what? He must have done something. Why he's doing this? You know what I mean? His rotation and management, you know, management of the side is just an absolute joke, right? And for me, Martin Odegaard needs to just come out the firing line, just take time out, bring in Ethan. Yeah. The only problem is that Ethan at the minutes, it's like chucking him in, you know what I mean, and to tell him to just perform. Do you know what I'm saying? Because giving him 4 minutes here, 4 minutes there, and that, you know, as somebody say, it's microwave minutes. You know what I mean? We want to fully cooked. Yeah, we want to fully cooked.
Yeah.
Ethan going out there and showing what he's made of. When he, you know, came on in the early parts of the season, you know, scoring 6 goals and whatever assists that is, we ain't seen that. And he looks, when you see him, he just looks unhappy. And this is just what Arteta does. You know what I mean? His management skills are just up the creek right now. You know?
I'm so glad everyone's saying this, because it's going to be one of my points soon.
Yeah.
So glad.
Yeah.
I think the problem is as well, though, is where this club has failed to do the right thing in the summer. He's not been able to rotate properly because he's not made the right signings.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he could have rotated Odegaard on numerous occasions if he'd have had suitable backup. But he don't even try him in a different position. Because there's countless of times in games he could have tried Odegaard in the 8, and he could have put Wanyeri in the 10, and it might give him it might give Odegaard a new lease of life, might have given him some confidence. He could have played him, you know, he could have tried so many different things.
But sorry, DJB, but if he had the players, do you think he'd rotate them? Even if he had them, would he rotate them?
Probably not. This is what I'm trying to say.
That's the thing.
The club has failed to do the right things. We haven't had suitable backup in positions. He's had 5 years. He's had £750 million to build a team, to build a squad, to build suitable players. And we're living in hope. It's like hope. It's like Hope FC. We go into every game not knowing if we're going to win. This is how it's been all season. We've gone into every game. Oh, how do you think Arsenal do? Well, I don't know. It's going to be close. Not once.
It was like that against Ipswich at home, D. It was like that Ipswich at home.
Not once have we gone into a game and gone, yeah, we're going to slap them. Arsenal in previous years, even with Aubameyang and Unai Emery's, going to Paris 1-0 down, with Unai Emery's team, I'd be thinking, I'm confident here because we had a Aubameyang. We had, there was a couple of ballers there that could turn the game. And but with this team, it's like, I don't know, playing Bournemouth. What do you reckon the score's going to be? I don't know. A draw, 1-1 maybe. When we played West Ham at home, I called it. They're going to do us. And this is how it's been. We've had 5 years, £750 million. He's got players on the bench he don't trust. He's got players on the field of play that are out of form, unfit. This guy doesn't look half the player he did last season or 2 seasons ago. He looks gaunt. He looks done in. He looks he looks as if he doesn't. He looks as if he's not enjoying his time at Arsenal Football Club. And the only reason why he's doing what he's doing is because he's Arsenal's captain. But really, does that look like a player that is enjoying his time at Arsenal Football Club? We've seen great players at this club over the years.
He's enjoying his time in the crack den, but definitely not on the football field.
No, listen. I've always said the captaincy is too big for this player. And I've always said if you took the captaincy away from this player, you might see a different type of Odegaard. It's too much. It's too much for him. But again, it comes down to the manager should be looking at these things. He should be sitting him down and saying, look, we're going to try something different. We're going to move the captaincy away from you. I want you to go and enjoy yourself. Don't worry about the captaincy. Go and enjoy yourself. Express yourself. But he doesn't. He just plays the same way, does the same thing, game in, game out. And, what do you expect, guys? What do you expect?
That's it. I'll keep saying it now. It's Einstein's definition of insanity, mate. Just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. And the thing is, the captain and the manager both do the same thing. Just expect the same results. It's jarring. Everyone's sort of saying as well, it makes me laugh in the chat. Everyone's proper jumped on the old crackhead sort of hype for old Martin Odegaard. He just does those, doesn't he? I mean, have a little goosey, man. Just the club manager, the club photographer, what's it? Something Farland, is it? Or something like that? Steve McFarlane or something like that? I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, Aaron. Sorry to jump in. But when my 3 boys were babies, none of them fucking slept all night. My first one didn't sleep till he was about 4 years old, mate. He was up all night. So if his newborn baby don't sleep all night, mate, I know exactly where he's coming from, and that makes you look like that when you've got a kid that don't sleep all night, mate. Trust me.
Yeah. But I mean, let's get this right. He's on 240k a week.
I was going to say that was going to be my next
even
thing.
In the same wing as
that was going to be my next thing, brother. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Mate, yeah. Do you reckon he's going and doing the bottle feeds? Of course he fucking ain't, isn't he? Yeah,
well, no exactly.
Mod, big up, my dear. See, I do remember. Big up to you, my girl. I'm just going to run through a bit of this and then I'll get what's on the screen up. We got Dio in the building. Yeah, big up to you, man. Yeah, his captain's on the ropes. Gunnery, yeah, mate. Odegaard out 150%. That's it. They've got to both go out. ArtetaGaard, mate. They've both got to leave. Yeah, that's it, mate. He would fly in the flight, 100%, man. Strong rumors that Oda's taking injections. I mean, yes, not the illegal type though, by the looks of it. Let's get that right. Where's the jaws coming from? Just a little, do you know what I mean? Just a little something. Do you know what I mean? I can't hear that, Aaron. Yeah, sorry, man. Weird music. Yes, that's all good. Just a little giggle. Do you know what I mean? Big up the Godfather. How are you doing, my friend? Always a pleasure. I did send you the link, Jezza, but I know you know what I mean. You might be busy. Yeah, no worries. For the Godfather, top side, big up, man. Tierney, Zini, Ethan in this team, and they look so much fresher. But guess what? This manager don't like change. This is the same manager, bearing in mind that 9-3 up on aggregate in the second leg of the Champions League still didn't make any changes. No, you're not going to make any changes in the last 45 minutes of a tie. You're 9-3 up. Then you're definitely not going to do it elsewhere.
What Wednesday? We'll play the same way.
I thought it was Bill Goldberg. Yeah, Chelsea, big up, man. How are you doing? I bet you that if that didn't go in, that would have been given as a pen. I mean, 100%. I actually think it would have been. Yeah, that's it. I always say that. Do you know what? In the PSV game, and especially the Bournemouth one as well, just to get you in there with that Gunnar Matata, a lot of them played bad. Only one of them's got the C on there. Only one of them has that captain's armband, and he's having this interview right now. So this is straight after the game. He showed his very frail face, not looking too great. Do you know what I mean? And he's very disappointed. See, look, they even say, "Oh, he cut a hugely dejected figure." Oh, well, yeah, but he cares so much, our captain. He cares so much. He's just sitting there and thinking, "Oh, Ray is going to be about 45 minutes late. When can I get my fix?" That's all he's thinking. The captain had help us get off to a great start. Oh, he passed forward for a change. He passed forward and setting up Declan Rice's opener. But 2 goals, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We're very disappointed. Yeah, no shit. You just lost 2-1. We wanted to come here today and have a really good game. Oh, just a really, really, really good game and get a win for our position in the league and to also create momentum in the week. Yeah. Position in the league. No one cares. No one cares about your position in the league. Like, that's it. It's done and dusted. No one's cared about it since the home game at Brighton last year when you was absolutely taken to bits. Like, no one cares in the second half. What we're doing. Second half was very far from good enough from us. Very, very, very far. And that's a lot of shoulders got to be on your blame, son. C is right on there, Odegaard. It's not acceptable. This is what they all come out and say. It's not acceptable to concede 2 goals like that. But what did you do to prevent them, Martin Odegaard? What did you do to prevent them? Because we've just seen 2 absolute dodgy photos of you being an absolute calamity in the penalty box. This is just an absolute fraud. Why can't he just take any accountability? The C on his arm, by the way. He's got the C on his arm. Oh, it's just not acceptable to concede 2 goals like that. Yeah, one of them was your fault. One of them's massively, clearly your fault. It's something we have to talk about. Oh, yeah, and I'm sure everyone's going to listen to you as well, Martin. So I've been doing that all season. That's probably why we're domestically an absolute shower of shit. We're disappointed now. No. But, there we go. Disappointed now. What we're doing here. There we go. We go back onto it. I clicked off it for some reason. Yeah, there you go. We have to move on and be strong and stick together. Yeah. You've been saying that all season, but you've been dropping points left, right, and centre. 21 points, by the way, everyone.
21 points in positions.
21 points dropped in winning positions. That is almost enough to get you 18th in this league, by the way. That's almost what everyone's been relegated on, is how much we've dropped, by the way. That's the shambles. Absolute shambles. The next game could be much bigger, though. You got the Champions League. It's a massive game. Of course it is. The good thing, when you're disappointed, so disappointed, and you're angry and you're frustrated, yeah, you can use all of them emotions on Wednesday. Well, why didn't you use it the week before then?
Why haven't you used it all season?
Why didn't you use it the week before? Exactly what I was just going to say, D.
Words, isn't it? It's all gas, mate.
Use these emotions.
That's all it is, mate. Gas.
Where's it been all season? Where's all this anger been all season?
Exactly right. Because every time, and we've heard Mikel Arteta come out and he says all his spiel and his nonsense about we'll be waiting and over my dead body. Every time, almost every single time, they mess up. You've messed up. So where was your emotions? Where was your emotions all season when you've been behind Liverpool from day one? Where's your emotions to get back in the league? Where's your emotions last week before the 1-0 absolute humiliation, by the way? It was a 1-0 humiliation. Let's get it right. Where was your emotions then? Why didn't you use all your anger and frustration and put all of those emotions into Wednesday? Well, we're going to obviously see some spectacle then, Martin, because you're the captain. Don't forget, you're the captain. That's what we want to see. We want to see some emotions. We want to see a proper spectacle now. We want to see you use everything. But we don't want to see you do, we don't definitely don't want to start seeing you doing this. Oh, yeah, we just can't be conceding goals like that, he said. Yeah. We can't be, can we, Martin? Absolutely not. We can't be conceding goals like this, Martin. You're absolutely right, my friend. We just can't.
I don't know what they're moaning about the handball. It's more of a penalty to me.
Yeah,
it is a penalty.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's borderline ridiculous, no? But that's what everyone, ladies and gentlemen, 107 in the building. Big up to yourselves. Smash the likes and subscribe to the people, man. The chat is absolutely lit. Bless up to every single one of you. Yeah, look at this. This is our captain leading by example, by the way, everyone. Where are we going to go with this? Surely he's got to be stripped of the captaincy. I mean, this ain't anywhere near good enough, but he's not going to do it. What's happening here, boys? I've just seen us having Tony Adams and Patrick Vieira and Kenny Sampson's as our captains. Graham Ritz's was our captains before. David O'Leary's, the Pat Rice's, the Alan Balls. And now we got this geezer, Frank McClintock. Now we got this geezer. Now we've got him. What? come on, someone help me out here, man. You just see that, what I'm just reading and listening to his post-match interview, and he's yapping on, going about, oh yeah, we'll just use that energy. Where has it been, DJB? Where's it been all fucking season? That energy, that passion, that frustration, that anger. Because we've been shit all season, so they've had all season to summon it all up. Where's it been?
Aaron, if you listen to that interview and you take the words from that interview, it's a carbon copy of the manager's words. That's all it is.
Because I've got that up as well.
When you listen to the manager speak and you listen to the captain speak, it's pretty much identical. Energy will come out full of energy, emotions. It's a big game. This is all what we've been hearing from the manager, and this is the problem. That's the reason why he's the captain, because he's a good little boy. He'll sit in the corner. He ain't going to say nothing. He's going to back the manager no matter what. The captain won't come out and turn around and say changes need to be made. Perhaps we need to look at it tactically. Perhaps we need to, change things in the game. It's down to us. Perhaps we need to sort of grab the ball by the horns and basically it's down to the players on the pitch. He's not going to come out and say that. All he's going to do is just keep rolling off and this is the problem. Arteta is bigger than the football club, and the players they've all sucked into it. They're all married into this guy, and no one's brave enough to come out and make decisions and do their own thing. What the captain should be doing is turning around and saying, it ain't good enough. We're letting the fans down. Our performances this season is not acceptable. To be that many points behind Liverpool with a manager that's just walked through the door is not acceptable. Our performance in one of the biggest games of the season against PSG last week, is not good enough. And we're going to sort it out. We're going to take responsibility. We're going to do something different. That's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear a carbon copy of what the manager says. Honestly, it's just absolutely madness. So it really is.
Before I bring Shane in with this, and then I'm going to bring another something up that our good friend Lawrence sent to me. Absolute proper gooner he is, man. Big up to him. He's in the chat, and I've seen his sent a message, so I'll get that. Yeah, he dropped me this. But we'll come to the chat just quickly, so I want to read a couple of your messages, and then we'll get it up. Because the next theme of Odegaard is he being protected? And now we all know, yes, he is, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what some of these fans are saying, and that's all courtesy of Lawrence. So big up to Lawrence, man. So let me just get some of these. Yeah, we got Anthony Herbert grilling me in the chat yesterday, as he always does. Big up to you, Anthony, mate. You're an absolute geezer. In the box in the building. How are you doing, brother? Ever since Edu's departure, Arteta's time was done and dusted. I mean, Edu got out at the right time, didn't it? Don't know who says it. Was it you, DJ? He always says the ejector seats and he's off.
Yeah, he was another clown, though, Edu, wasn't he? I mean, let's be honest.
He is a explorer. Yeah. No, it's fact. Yeah, Callum's saying as well, and he's right in saying this. He has been massively disrespected at this football club, but he's going to be kicking himself because he's obviously officially signed for Celtic. He'll be kicking himself because if there's a player that screams Andre Alberta, it absolutely is Kieran Tierney. He'll be kicking himself. I bet you that's one of the things where you see him in training and gone, oh, buzzing. I can't wait to work with this geezer next season. And someone said, Berta, they didn't renew his contract in December, Berta. What you mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tierney at the back.
Yeah, he signed Calafiori to replace him, Berta. That guy.
Yeah. Oh, sick note, isn't it? Yeah, just another one on the list. The hospital of Arsenal has just been looking after way too many people.
Mate, only works one day a year.
Isn't it? Dio saying this isn't Arteta ain't going to play him unless in midfield. Nah. He never will, mate. Because he sees something in him. That's all. Nothing to do with the fact that all your injury-prone left backs that you've signed and the best one you refuse to play ain't there. That's nothing to do with that, of course. Yeah, mate, his manager is an absolute joke, bruv. After watching us for 10 minutes, you know how the game's going to go. We say it all the time, mate. Absolute facts, bruv. Yeah. Absolute facts. It just is, isn't it?
Kick off on how the game's going to go.
Big up to you, brother. Abaji, hopefully I haven't butchered your name. I always see you in here all the time. So hopefully I haven't butchered that. But thank you very much for always in here, my friend. My dear, what we're saying, the pressure might be too much for him. Well, I can absolutely promise you it absolutely is. You're right, my girl. Dio saying is the expectation around this team that Odegaard is enjoying. He can't handle it. That's exactly right, mate. Yeah. Players should vote for the captaincy. Do you know what? I sort of half disagree there. I mean, I think maybe they should have some form of like, if they think the manager's had a real stinker, then I can appreciate maybe the players going, yeah, maybe not so much, coach. But sort of I want the manager, if it was me, like George picked Tony Adams. He was like, yeah, that's my right-hand man. That's my geezer on that field. And I mean, it worked a treat for them. And Arsenal was sort of the same with Patrick as well. He they had them instructions on there on the field. And do you know what I liked about both of them is even regardless of what George or Arsenal would say to both of them, if they felt like it weren't working out, they'd go completely against the manager's wishes.
On
they're
pitch
on the field,
decisions,
they're in charge. Exactly right. Exactly right. All of these lot, and especially Odegaard, are like, manager Arteta.
They do it for free kicks. They do it for free kicks. So looking over.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah. What do we do now? What do we do now? I'll just take these next two, and then I'll get this Odegaard thing up. Courtesy of Lawrence. What we saying here? Yeah. If we take the pressure off his neck, I doubt it'd be different. The thing is, and this is a great point as well, because we've seen before the injury, yeah, he was still crap. We've seen all the excuses made about Martin Odegaard, and it was always he's not got his best mate Saka there. All right, now he's got him back, and he's still shit. Before it was Ben White ain't there. Yeah, well, he was still shit with Saka and Ben White there the beginning of this season. Everyone seems to think they've all been injured all season. I know not you, my dear, but all the top gooners seem to think everyone's been out for the whole entire season. And then now it's for the reasons why we was bad against PSG. Oh, it's because he ain't got his mate Thomas Partey there. I mean, where do we stop? Like, if the goalie got a match suspension and Odegaard played bad, they'd be like, oh, yeah, but Raya weren't there. Do you know what I mean? When do we stop? Do you know what I mean? I know that's not what you're saying because you've got a good head on you, my dear. And Anthony, just before I change this up, is we've got captain and Rice, but the manager see what we see. He doesn't see logic, Anthony, mate. He just doesn't see logic. But let's get this up, and then I want to bring Shane. I want to get him first on this. And big up to you, chat, as well, man. Absolutely first class. All right, let's get this up on screen for all you wonderful so-and-sos to have a little look right here. So this is on the BBC and sent by Lawrence. He made sure I said he sent it to me. And there you go, Lawrence, my kind sir. I'm giving you all the plug-in you need. That sounds horrendous. Right, so your views. Here we go. So look, we asked for your views on Martin Odegaard's form this season after criticisms in some quarters. Here's a case for his defence. Good old Ned. What you saying? Ned Flanders. Unfairly treated. Odegaard has not been at his best this season, but he was injured for a significant portion of it. No, he weren't. Ain't even been injured for a quarter of it. No, he weren't. Absolute bullshit. Arsenal have lost the league because... Exactly. Yeah. Arsenal have lost the league because they keep dropping points from winning positions. So you can find some form of sense in what you're saying then, good old Ned. In other words, our defence is the problem. Oh, what? But you're all telling us that it's the best defence in the league. What one is it then? Like Odegaard. Oh, yeah, defence should be better. Yeah, you're a part of that, my friend. Worrying, as in the past 2 seasons, this has been our greatest strength. But Arteta has really dropped the ball in the league this season. Well, I mean, there's a bit of it and miss from old Ted, but Tom's coming in. Honestly, Odegaard looks like he's low on energy and confidence. We can all see this. He's missing passes, taking fewer risks, not being creative in abundance, and we get used to. Maybe he just needs a rest. This geezer's talking half bit of sense, but don't worry, James is going to come in.
James, don't worry, James is coming.
James and the rest are coming in to save the day. I would say that Odegaard may not be forming at 100%, but I can't say but he has just had a newborn baby. Here we go. Here we fucking go. And became a dad for the first. That usually happens when you become a baby. You also become a dad, by the way. Yeah, they go kind of hand in hand. For the first time at a young age, bless him. He's 26, by the way. 26, not 16. At young age. And by the way, like we said earlier, do you really think he's waking up all the night in his mansion? No. The baby's on the west wing. He's probably on the east wing. So, I mean, what we're talking about here. Madness. We are very quick to judge someone. Oh, bless him. Bless him in his 240k a week. And being a captain of Arsenal and being absolutely shit at it. Without factoring in other variables in someone's life. What are we doing here? James, you really have pulled it back, haven't you? You've pulled it back. These players are all human. Yet we expect them to perform like robots and think that they get paid a vast amount of money. It negates the rest of their life. James, you absolute beep. beep, 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 beep. I'm not going to say the word I want to say, but I mean, we all know what one it is, and it begins with C and it's got 4 letters in. Joe has come in and saying Odegaard set such a high bar with his performances for Arsenal. When was that then? Oh, what, the season 2 years ago when he scored 15 goals. But I mean, he hardly set the world on fire, did he?
Back on his injury, didn't he? Look.
Yeah. But he hasn't been back to his best since his injury 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah. 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah, last year. Yeah. Last year, we're in May. And he bears a lot of the pressure to make this happen. He's fucking captain. There are bigger issues on and off the pitch than the rest of the season. So now it's all the issues' fault with bigger issues on and off the field. And we got Mandy, and we'll bring Shane in. Mandy, what you saying, my dear? His flow and confidence this season have been disrupted by injuries. To himself, here we go. And this is why I love this bit. To Bukayo Saka, what did I say earlier? Oh, blame Bukayo, blame Ben White. And now he's even saying she's been bought all a donkey in there. Do you know what I mean? It's just been disrupted by injuries. That's it. So it's everyone else's injuries' fault. That's why Martin Odegaard's been bad, because of everyone else's injuries. This team has consequently appeared disjointed during quite a few Premier League games. No one is to blame for this. No one. There we go. No one's to blame. That's the world excuse there. That is, no one's to blame for it. It just happens. Odegaard's a very good captain. What are we doing here? Look at this. Highlighted for everyone to see. Odegaard's a very good captain. Always tries to lead from the front.
Mandy probably wasn't around to see Tony Adams then.
No, Mandy. I mean, what are you doing, Mandy? What we're saying? Shane, come in and help me out here, brother, because this is a absolute batshit, is it not?
That's what we're dealing with, Aaron. That's what we're dealing with.
That's
you know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's just excuses all the time. You know, this player was out, that player was out. Did you ever hear of someone saying, "Oh, Henry didn't play well because Bergkamp was out, or because Perez was out, or because," you know what I mean? Did you ever hear someone saying, "Oh, Arsenal are weaker at the back, Tony Adams is missing Steve Bold"? No, Keown stepped in, or the other way around, or you know what I mean? They didn't play because someone else has to play. I doubt Odegaard's saying this stuff, but it's just clearly excuses. Arteta again put that out into the fucking ethos, or whatever you want to call it. He started saying about the right side not being together and all that. He's making the excuses for them. But you see, the thing with the captaincy is, a lot of the continental teams, especially back in the day, but they still do it, their best player, normally their number 10, is the captain, right? You know, Cruyff and Platini and Maradona and all these lads, right? But there's 2 ways that a captain can sort of be a captain. It's a roar and a shower, someone who crashes into someone, Vieira, Adams, McClintock, all those lads, they crash into someone, they keep the team organised. And then there's that continental one. But what they do as a captain is, when things aren't going well, they say, "Give me the ball." And they beat 2 or 3 players and slip it through, or they beat 2 or 3 players and slam it in top corner. You can be a captain that way as well. And believe me, when Messi, as slight as he is and as quiet as he seems, I'm pretty sure that when he speaks in the dressing room, people fucking listen, man. You know what I mean? They listen because he's Lionel Messi. And he says, "Next time you get the ball, give it to me. I'm going to make something happen." So there's 2 types of captain. He's neither. He's neither of them. He doesn't say, "Give me the ball." He hides. He doesn't crash into someone. He runs around like a marionette puppet. Yeah, he harries them and stuff like that, and he works hard. But I mean, you know, so does it. I've got a Jack Russell here. He does the same, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put him at number 10 for my club. So this whole thing with captaincy, yes, it's weighing him down. But you know, that was Arteta's fault. Yes, he's coming back to pick up the ball in his own half when he should be up front. Again, that's Arteta's fault. But Odegaard is just not good enough. He's not good enough, never has been good enough, never will be good enough. So it's not his fault, but still, he needs to do more. He needs to shoot sometimes. He needs to try a true pass. Against PSG, he played the ball forward 4 times. 4 times he played the ball forward in the whole match.
Madness.
Apparently he went 35 minutes without making a pass in one game recently. You know what I mean? Against Palace, there was a stage in the first half where 4 of his passes in a row went to the other team in a row. So he's good enough not to do these things. I mean, he's a footballer. He's a professional footballer. He should be good enough not to give the ball away all the time. But he's just not good enough. And it all comes back to these excuses. When excuses keep getting made for someone, then they're never going to better themselves. And sadly, it's the fucking society we live in where you can't tell someone when they've done wrong anymore. You know what I mean? And your man, I'll land on this. Your man, Fulkirk or whatever his name is for West Ham came out, and did a post-match interview, and he bollocked all the players and said it's not good enough. We keep giving balls away and all this stuff, and the press went through him. You were looking at Odegaard's one there. You'd love your captain to come out when we're playing like this and bollock the players. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear your captain come out and say, this isn't good enough. Not, oh, yeah, the defence on the set pieces and we have to fire on our belly. To actually come out and lose the plot and show a bit of passion and show that it's hurting them too. Because they don't seem bothered. They don't care. You know what I mean? We take it home more than the fucking players do. And Arteta only cares about his legacy. He doesn't care about the club. So, look, it all comes back. And the captain is meant to be the representation of the club. The captain is meant to represent everything that's good about your club. Vieira, at the time that he was captain, represented everything. He had flair and he had fight. Tony Adams, when he was captain, represented everything. Win at all costs. You know what I mean? All these captains represented what our club was about at the time. And in a way, he does represent what we're about at the time. He's soft. He doesn't care. He's predictable. And he hasn't won anything. So in a way, he's doing his job, but he's just doing it all the wrong way. But yeah, listen, he's got to be stripped of it. He's got to be stripped of it.
Yeah, he's got to go.
But the manager, sorry,
Knowles
before Knowles comes in, I just want to say this point quickly. The manager can do a really wonderful thing here because he could drop the captain and he should have dropped the captain. And this is where the manager comes in. He should have dropped the captain and made an example. So can you imagine? You imagine before the big game on Wednesday, he makes a change and says, right, I'm playing Ethan. I'm dropping out Martin Odegaard. You know, imagine what that's going to do to the players. The players are going to think, whoa, hang on a minute, we better perform here. He's just gone and dropped the captain and make an example, set an example. You know, do something. Do something. You need an injection of fight in the club. You have to do something really outrageous and different. And he won't. He just keeps playing him and playing him. Even if he's out of form, which he has been all season, he'll just keep playing him. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
Before Normski comes back in, would you send the baby to Norway? just send it with Mum Dio more. Just send the baby to Norway.
The baby thing, the injuries. I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to it. It's just our football club, man. It's just ridiculous.
Oh dear, man. Yes, I will read them supers in 2 seconds. Both of them are both tied into what I want to say next. So Mod and Lawrence, I will get them, but they really nicely come into where I'm going to be next. So I'm obviously not longing it out or forgetting them. I will get back to them very, very, very soon. DA 93. Some of these players don't have the top level mentality. Most of them don't, my friend. I can promise you that. And there's expectation for them, and they can't handle it. Absolute facts, mate. Exactly. Yeah. Pay him 240k a week. Yeah, I think I'd be the nanny and all for that sort of much, mate. Yeah, he's rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish. Yeah, I think I've read that one out already. Yeah, selling the pictures of Odegaard reminds me of Grange Hill song. Just say no. Oh man, there's chat. Some people are putting in some absolute belters in this chat today, man. I'll give you that. You're a fourth jab, mate. 100%. They're super boosted as well, mate. Absolute super boosted. Do you know what? Just quickly before I do bring Norms in. This is why I love my missus, yeah. While all that COVID and all of that was going on, I was testing her to see what she's like. And I said to her, I was like, "Oh, are you gonna go take the kids to get jabbed?" Then she turned around and looked at me and went, "Fuck off." Like, go on, girl. Yeah. And then she's like, "I ain't getting them things jabbed into my baby's arms. Neither am I, neither are you." I'm like, "Yeah, good girl, yeah." I knew what she was gonna say anyway, but she's on the right page. Norms. What do you think of all of this absolute madness, mate? What we're saying here, we're on about Odegaard being double and treble protected. It's right in front of people on the screen here, man. They just any excuse, isn't it?
It's the story of our fan base, isn't it? This is what they do. They protect mediocrity. They protect failure. You know, this is what we have to deal when we're asking for standards to be raised. And if you say anything negative against the club, all that you want is your club and your team or the players to do well on that pitch. And if because we raise this up, you know, we're classed as being negative and whatnot. Yeah. Then we spent money on this guy. The guy is on what 200 plus a week, 240,000 a week. You know, he's got to be he has to do better. Compare him to, as you said, you compare him to all the captains that we've had in the past. He doesn't come nowhere near. He's probably, if not the worst captain we've had. You know what I mean? Even William Gallas is better than him. You know what I mean? That's saying a lot. But yeah, just too much protection. And that's the same way he gets protected. It's the same way the manager gets protected. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it's never their fault. And what happens is, again, as well, and the manager is smart because what he does, he puts the onus on the fans in terms of, oh, you know, we need to get behind our players, get behind the team, bring your boots along, bring your shorts along, and all of that. So what you get now is this narrative that's chucked out there now. So if for whatever reason things go wrong, the keyboard warriors are going, oh, it's the fans, you know, blah, blah. It's never, the blame is never attributed to the manager and taking that responsibility. The same with Odegaard. You have to take responsibility. You are the captain. Yeah. You've been given an armband. You go and do your notes, you know, your program notes and all of that. It will show something. It's all right. Words without words. You need to walk the walk. Yeah, it's not just talking it and saying loads of words, fancy words. And then somebody said it sounds just like Arteta. I mean, I think, you know, what's the name? Aaron's gonna probably bring up the fact that, you know, we have to have that rage in our belly because we're gonna take that rage to PSG. The rage is flowing within our stomach. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, I'll just go get the Incredible Hulk to go over there and hopefully we'll win. You know what I mean? But it's just, for me, it's just a lot of play on words, and unfortunately, the fans get sucked into this. And it's the words that they use. You know, you got to remember there's in certain endorphins in our brain, and you know they like that. You know, that feely, goody, touchy, emotionally feeling. And Arteta plays on that. And literally, both Arteta and Odegaard are cut from the same cloth. They're literally cut from the same cloth. And so it's for me, it's just a play on words. And unfortunately, some fans, or I might even say the majority of fans, get sucked into it. There's only a minority of us that can see through all of this, you know what I mean? See through all of this rubbish. And, you know, as soon as, you know, come the summer, you know, if I was Andre Berta, I would be sort of saying to the owners, yo, this guy ain't performing. You know, he ain't performing. We can't get some money for this guy. Do you know what I mean? Because he ain't cutting. It's either that or you go and get a better player than him. But the problem is you keep hearing it again, the narrative that's pushed that, oh, the players that we bring in can't be better than the current crop we've got. So the favourites, should we say, Saka. You know, if you say Saka, oh, was it a colour thing? Or, you know, if you know where I'm going with all of this. At the end of the day, the players are too protected. The manager is too protected. And they at most protect failure and mediocrity. And they're just happy to go along with it. Feel happy, you know, go along for the ride. You know what I mean? It's not about getting to the destination and getting it over the line. For them, it's just about the journey. And then, you know, if we make it, we make it. But at least we've enjoyed it, but we didn't get over the line. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're not happy or willing to take any other new manager in or even getting a new captain in. So those people that are tapped into the Arteta matrix, unfortunately, it's very tough to pull them out. You know what I mean? And something has to really happen for them to really see that, for the scales to fall off their eyes and go, bro, big club like Arsenal, you know what I mean? Captain, we're playing like this. It's an embarrassment. So the standards have absolutely dropped. DJ, you know it. The standards have absolutely dropped. And this season, it's worse. It's worse. So,
well,
that's
have a little look at this, Norms. Look, because Jarvis has come back in. Look. So we've got more of them. We've got more of them. Odegaard is performing well against big clubs like Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. What we doing here, Norms? What we doing here, man? Real Madrid. He performed well in the quarterfinals against the Champions League, but when it comes to the Premier League game, he don't rise to the occasion. What is this geezer on about? Jarvis, mate, are you watching the same quarterfinal as I was, my old man?
Where was he for the first leg of the PSG semi-finals then? Where was he there? Yeah, all I saw in that first leg was arm waves, cheerleaders. Yeah, when I did my match reaction, all I saw was cheerleaders on that ground. So, madness. You know, it's crazy.
He hasn't performed all season, let's be honest. You just got to look at the stats. Just take a look at the stats. He's not performed all season, and he should have been dropped or rotated many times throughout the season. He's just not performed. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
you've only got to look. You've only got to
nowhere
look at
near.
No, he's just not.
Nowhere near.
He came back.
He's not the only one. He's not the only one. Martinelli.
Just quickly, boys. Static. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I've re-added you as a mod again. And can you put the links back in on the chat so I can pin them for all the lads, please. If you're still in here, that'd be double great.
I think he's gone, Aaron. I think he's gone.
Oh, is he? All right, yeah.
I think he left the comment saying he had to shoot.
Yeah. No worries. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I do apologise. It's just like I've got so many like things to present. The boys are having a little chat, and the chat's pinging off because you're absolutely world class. You Maradona of a chat, you world class of a chat, you. Yeah, Vigilante. If you do it, I'll get it pinned so everyone can click on their comments to be pinned in the chat. Sorry to interrupt you there, D. It's just that I had to get it out, mate.
Yeah, as I said, he's just he's not the only one that's underperformed. You know, Martinelli's been in and out all season. Trossard's not a 90-minute player. He's been in and out. There's a lot of players that just hasn't really performed to their levels. Hence, that's where we are in the league. That's why we are where we are, and we're just hoping Wednesday we get over the line. But again, it's hope. No one's really confident. If I was to give you a big sum of money and say, go put your money on a team on Wednesday, it wouldn't be Arsenal.
Yeah.
No one's confident. This is how it's been.
Vigilante, you put it in Shane's chat. I can't pin it. All right, it has to be in my chat.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, all good, man. It has to be in mine. I can't pin it from Shane's. But yeah. No, it's that's fact, DJB. Look, we've got a bit of Alan as well. What's Alan gonna say? Is he gonna change the narrative? I've never seen him as captain material. Go on, mate. Yeah, never seen him as captain material. He's had some great seasons, but not this one. Declan Rice is an obvious choice. Well, I think Alan's starting to be a candidate for an half decent, sensible geezer. Is he going to destroy it? Let's have a look. He has all of the qualities demanded and should take the armband next season. You're doing good, Alan. You're doing good, leading us to victories. Martin has not fully come back from his injury. Maybe he will in August, but in my opinion, not as a captain, where clearly someone will bet with better credentials. Well, finally, we've got someone that's talking a little bit of sense here. Alan, I mean, you're trying to save us, but come on, Simon, let's say, yes, he is underperforming, definitely talented, but when it really required to make a difference in the big games and big moments, he doesn't seem to have the confidence. It's not a talent thing, it's a mental thing. Okay, yeah. Having the continued support of his manager is important. Yeah, but, you know, that's a bit too much support because he's not doing the business, and this is costing Arsenal Football Club trophies and a lot of money, by the way. But the club should get a similar player in. No, a better player, you mean? A better player, not similar. A better player in. And having competition and someone to perform in tandem will help him. No, because I don't want him in the team. So I want someone to replace him who's a better player. Simon. A great example of this, the lack of confidence, is his shooting, which has been absolutely pathetic. Yeah, and even he's saying, Jesus. Woeful, mate. Absolutely woeful. A player of his ability should be scoring 15 every single season, and he only done that 2 years ago, and he's been nowhere near since, boys. Yeah, he's just not the one, is he, man? Absolutely not the one, this captain, and he needs to be stripped of it. Absolutely sharpish. Do you think they should do it now, or do you reckon it'd just be too much controversy? Would you wait till the end of the season and do it? I think I would, to be fair. I just think it'd just be too much drama before the PSG game. But he does need to get. He can't come out on August with that C around his arm, can he? Hello. All right. Sorry. Yeah. No. Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I thought one of you's going to come in there.
No. Sorry, mate. Right. No. I personally think. I personally think now it's not worth stripping him of the captaincy. Now he might as well just see it out till the end of the season. And next season, you know, pick someone else. But I still say if someone comes in for him, if a club comes in for him and the right offer comes on the table, I think he'd be ideally one of the ones that could go out the door, you know, along with Martinelli, along with Trossard. There's going to be some big names going out the door in the summer. You have to balance the books, and secondly, to make the club stronger. There's going to be some big names going, and you know, fans ain't going to like it. So I would definitely listen to offers for Odegaard. I still think there's better I think there is better players around than him that can do a job. Yeah. But definitely, if he is still at the club, I would definitely look for another captain. If Gabriel stays at the club and he's back fully fit, I think Gabriel would be the one I would pick as a captain, to be honest. Even though it's him or Rice, but I think Gabriel. I always think that a captain. If you've got a strong personality that plays in the centre of your defence, I think they're ideal to have as a captain, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We've caught one. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. We've cast it out. We've reeled, and we've got one. FFS. This must be a moaning negative channel. Blah blah blah. I'd be polite in the instant. Yeah. There's an X on the top right hand corner. Click it and fuck off. You don't have to be here, do you? You just don't. There is no digital gun to your head that says you have to stay here, mate. Do you know what I mean? If you don't like the content, that's cool, man. I'm absolutely fine with that. If you don't know what any of us say, any guests that I'll get on, if you specifically despise what I say, just don't watch, mate. Do you know what? There's a luxury in 2025 of YouTube where there are hundreds and thousands, and I mean, maybe even millions of people that are talking about football and talking about channels. You are literally spoiled for choice. Just go watch someone else, mate. It's not that difficult. I'll just be polite. And I seem to think I recognise that name because I'm sure you sent me a silly comment on one of my videos. That's absolutely fine. You know, if that's what you do with your life, that's all well and good. I don't really care. I've never really have done, and I never really will do. I mean, if you just don't like it, like I said, just go away. No gun. Yeah. Lee Bucktooth wannabe. I actually got quite straight teeth, to be fair. But I mean, what can we do? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't mind being like Lee, a very successful YouTuber. I don't think that's a very bad level to set
And
myself.
a lovely
So,
man. And a lovely man.
thank you. Yeah. No, yeah, he phenomenal geezer off cam. But yeah, what are we doing here? You always get one, didn't you, man? Yeah, come on, yeah, but ban, yeah, that's it. I mean, I think I see you wrote comments saying, "Oh, you keep banning me," blah blah blah. I actually don't. It's the first time I've seen one of your comments, but yeah, there's a beautiful timeout that they do that. Because I've got phenomenal mods here that kind of give me a little bit of a breather, so I don't have to deal with you. So they do sort of bits like that for me, and a fantastic job they do helping me out on this channel, man. Every single one of them. But yeah. Listen, it's your own fault if you stop posting silly shit. You won't be banned. I mean, it just really ain't difficult, is it, Jester? Do you know what I'm saying? Is it, Jester? It's not difficult. If you don't like it, just fuck off. Go away. It's as simple as that. And boys, keep us. Yeah, we will do, man. We will do. We live in a society where someone could take you to court for saying hello to them the wrong way. Boy, I know, mate. Yeah, what a poor society. The thing is, he's a spotty, probably teenager still living in his mum's basement or in his little box bedroom. Do you know what I mean? Playing Call of Duty all day, eating fucking sugar and drinking too many Red Bulls. He's obviously got his willy on a little semi, do you know what I mean? All 2 inches of it. And he thought it'd be Treballard behind his little camera, typing in little bollocks in a football show. Well, do you know what I mean? You keep doing what you're doing. You just keep being blocked. It is what it is. But don't worry, man. I have sex with a real woman and not my little todger. So enjoy yourself, mate, and enjoy being blocked, whatever account you're on, you fucking knobhead. Anyway, yeah, 30 times I'd say lovers gonna they all love the baby already. I bet you there'll probably be some Odegaard baby merch coming out anytime soon, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, new range of merch.
Yeah.
Aaron, Aaron, I'm going to send you the new Arsenal merch. You can show it to everyone. Hang on a minute.
You have it lined up. He has it lined up, don't you?
Yeah.
The Heritage merch was out last week, man.
I done it on my Friday show.
I was here, Richard. Yeah. The Heritage merch.
The Heritage merch. Man,
the heritage that they piss all over, man. The heritage that this club piss all over.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this one, Aaron.
What one? Oh, hold on 1 sec. And I said, let's have a little. Oh, you sent it to me, did you? Give me 2 seconds. Let's have a little look.
Ian McCauley, what's that? Ian, big up Ian, what a legend. I don't need a time machine, but I can tell you something that is not going to happen in the future. A statue of Odegaard outside it. Don't be shocked if it does, man.
Yeah.
Don't be shocked if it does.
I've got a cup. Someone got me in a fucking Secret Santa thing, and it's like an Arsenal cup. And it was like, oh, the only cup you'll lift this year. And yeah, he bought me that 5 years ago, funny enough.
Yeah,
and
this is
I drink out of it every May. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Saeed.
How you doing,
bruv? Jogo Benito, man. How you doing, bruv? Good to see you in here, man. We'll move on ever so slightly in a second, but I just want to do a couple of supers. Lawrence, your geezer, man. Big up, man. Aaron, have you seen that pic I sent you of the geezer I saw in the DMV wearing an Odegaard shirt? Yes, I have. Yeah, and here he is. This is in Los Angeles, by the way. Everyone. Yeah. It's in a bit of Los Angeles. I mean, what's he doing? What can you do, eh? Do you know what I mean? They've even caught him out in America, haven't they? Jesus bloody Christ.
It's a
Big
virus,
up to you, Lawrence. It's a virus, mate. Yeah, like you said, isn't it? It's worse than COVID. My big up to you, my dear. Thank you very much. And you're saying Arteta has to go, period. Oh, absolutely, 100%. And we'll get to Mikel Arteta now. And on this comment and off the back of this comment, he's got to go.
Preferably not while he's on his period, though, because he'll throw a strap.
Yeah. Preferably one. Hopefully he's wearing the red shorts that day, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man, you took it down a level there.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know
I've just noticed Knowles gone.
Yeah, it'd be. Oh no! I'll tell you what. He's in the back. He's in the back. Here he is. He had to switch on his phone.
Got him.
I was thought you'd gone off. Where you gone to, Lee?
I
was going to call you Knowles Odegaard.
I had to swap devices, mate. Sorry about that.
You went to hiding, my friend. I was going to.
I thought the mutants had got you.
Yeah, thank God, man. When I see him in the backstage, I was like, "Oh, thank God he's safe." Oh, I was like, whew. Honestly, my heart was pounding for you then, Norm.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right, mate.
He's only gone and done a Martin, isn't he? I thought,
mate,
where's he gone?
I've got him where else. Some of that, innit?
Mate, so we are gonna, off the back of Madupe's wonderful, generous super chat, we're gonna go into Mikel because I wanted to talk about it anyway. So, as we say, from one protected little bitch to another, from Odegaard to our manager, part of the infamous Chuckle Twins, the worst duo in Arsenal history. Absolutely 100%. We've got a manager that cannot win anything in Mikel Arteta. Here's a stat before I get into it as well for everyone here, because everyone here will probably know I've done the how long does it take to win a Premier League. So here's a little stat for you before we move on. And I'm sure, Mod, you'll like to listen to this. Of every single manager to win the Premier League, it takes an average of 2.2 years to win it. That's in history, by the way. That's how long it actually takes to win the Premier League. Of all the managers that have ever won it, it takes 2.2 years on average. If Arteta wins it next year, it'd be 6.5. If. That's how bad he's underachieving. By the way, that's 2/3 worse than the average. He's 66.6%, and he ain't even won it yet, by the way, next season. He's 66.6% worse than the average champion, a manager that wins the Premier League. How horrendous is that of a stat? That is nowhere near good enough, boys. But what I wanted to say on the Mikel thing, because I said this on Jez's, I've said it a couple of times, but I haven't got all of you wonderful panelists and wonderful Arsenal fans. I haven't got your opinion yet. And chat as well. I want your opinion on this. So ping it in. I'm nearly caught up with it, by the way. This manager, he is the first team manager, yeah? He's not the coach anymore. He's the first team manager. Mm-hmm. So we can't squad build. We know that. I won't go too much into it. We can't squad build. We know he can't squad build because he's got players like Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Calafiori, Mikel Merino, Zinchenko. Shall I just carry on? He can't squad build and he don't win anything with that. It's squad management. It's causing all the injuries. Almost all the injuries you've seen, hamstrings and knees. Why are they all the same injury? They're all the same because he's made the squad wafer thin. Very wafer thin, by the way. That's all Mikel Arteta's fault. All the same injuries. That's all his fault. Russian players back, lack of rotation, poor squad management from there as well because there's lack of signings. You always say that. We needed at least a striker. We needed at least a winger. And in the summer, what did he do? He let ESR go. He let Eddie go. He let Nelson go and he let Vieira go. I was happy with that. But guess what? He should have 150% replaced him. Oh, yeah, he did, though, Aaron. Oh, yeah, with Raheem Sterling, who, when we're down 1-0 or drawing, he brings on fucking Calafiori or a defender instead of him. So he's contributed to that. So he can't squad manage and he can't squad build. What about his man management? Okay, well, just look at Guendouzi and Aubameyang for that, by the way. He can't squad manage heavy players. We've even said all of this earlier, didn't we, on the panel? He cannot squad manage players. He just can't. He can't man manage them, sorry. We've seen it. We've all went through it earlier. That's why I was saying I can't wait to get to this point because there's so many cases that he can't man manage. His in-game management, by the way, is absolutely atrocious. It's borderline pathetic. It's disgraceful. It's inept. It's absolutely embarrassing, shocking, pathetic. His tactics, though, let's move on to that because, as you'll see in my show in the title, we have 100% been found out. And what do I mean by that? That's okay, cool, man. They've sussed us out, every single team in a lot of departments. And I'll start off with here. They've sussed us out in the way we play out at the back. absolutely, well and truly, 100% found us out. We cannot play out the back no more if you give us a slight press. We've been found out with that. And that was one of the big reasons why we were hitting teams either A, on the counter, or getting out from their press and having so much space up there. We've been sussed on that, by the way. They've also sussed out to hurt us, and this has been the case for a while. A long ball over the top, a diagonal ball to wingers that are in miles loads of space. That's it. That's our kryptonite. We all know this. That leads to our midfield being overrun. So the tactics there is absolutely gone. 2 years ago, we were saying we got the best midfield in the league. Now it's getting overrun every 5 seconds. Absolutely well and truly. Our set pieces, funny that. They've dried up one end, but they're all coming in at the wrong end now, aren't they? 12, by the way, conceded. That's the season worst. And guess what? Teams have sussed for a long time how to keep Saka quiet. So they found out tactically everything that Mikel Arteta's got to offer. And the manager ain't got much to offer because we've just ran through his managerial skills. We've been found out, people. Absolutely well and truly found out. He's led us to the dizzy heights of second place. Fucking wow, we got that quarterfinal trophy in the cabinet from the Champions League. Let's not forget that. But we are failing miserably. And every second this manager is in charge of this football club, it rots further and further and further. My question is, boys, whoever wants to come in first, what is left for Arteta to fuck up? How much worse can it get? When does it end? When is enough enough? One of you boys, please.
Well, I'll come in very quickly. What will happen is that unfortunately, this man will get more money to spend in the summer, which will take the total roughly around $1 billion if this war chest appears, which I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
So he's going to get new players in. He's got to get players out. So new players have got to come in. So we've got to start all over again. So as much as a lot of people don't want to hear it, it is a rebuild, because when you're not winning anything, and when you're coming second, and when you're not coming second, as the case may be this season, you're having to rebuild to try and get over the line. So it is a rebuild. Unfortunately, rebuilding with this manager with a track record of not winning anything is going to be another long process. And he's got players that he stands by. He's got to justify playing Kai Havertz. He's got to justify playing his captain that's out of form. And this is what the problem is. So more money is going to be thrown at it, and it's not the money. It's not the money. It's not the owners. The owners have backed him. The owners have given him more money than anyone. Yeah, the owners have got faults. We all know that. Every owner in every club's got faults, and we all want something that the owner's not doing right. Blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is the owners have given him enough money to build this team and win a major trophy. And he hasn't done it. The wages are out of control. I'll give you an example. You got Tomiyasu, that's played about 6 minutes of football. He's on the same wages as pretty much Gabriel Magalhaes, who's our top player. You've got Kai Havertz that scores 12 goals a season, 280 grand a week. You've got Gabriel Jesus that's been out injured pretty much his whole Arsenal career, 240 grand a week. So it's not just about what you're seeing on the field of play. It's not what you're seeing going out kicking a football. It's all the other stuff in the background. Players' contracts, wages, injuries, squad not good enough, the bench not good enough. Who excites you coming off the bench? Who have we got to come off the bench and go, oh, great, yeah, look, that's all right, we're not weakened, here we go. No one, and it's just... and this is what this manager's doing. And long term, it will damage the club, because the next manager coming in has then got to mop up all the crap that this manager's created. He's got to mop up the wages. He's got to mop up the players' contracts. He's got to mop up the lack of confidence. He's got to mop up players that are out of form. And that's going to take more time. So then he's going to have to rebuild, and he's going to have to get a structure going, whoever that manager may be. So the more this manager's in place, the long-term damage to this club he's going to cause.
Big up North Side, by the way.
And this is why I keep saying, and Shane is with me on this, for the longevity of this club, for the future of this club to win premierships, FA Cups and Champions Leagues in the future, whether he wins the Champions League or not, this is not the man to take us into the next 4 or 5 seasons. Win the Champions League, great. Arteta, go out on a bang. Go out on a bang. How many managers you've seen win trophies and still not be at the club? And for the longevity of the club, he's really not the man for the job, unfortunately. He's had his chance. He's had 5 years. He's had money. He's had the fans. He's had the backing of the fans. We've given him a chance. We've given him plenty of chances. But when you just keep falling short season in and season out, and you're seeing the style of football change dramatically, not change in a good way, and you're going to watching games. I mean, I can't remember a worse season than this season watching Arsenal. It has been absolutely dreadful. The season has been awful. It's been probably one of my worst seasons I can remember. And I've been going for years, even under the Terry Neal days. This has been woeful, absolutely woeful. Lack of creativity. Yeah, okay, we've had one-off games. We've had, we've battered teams, the Crystal Palace in the Cup, the Man City, the Real Madrids. We've had some one-off games, but on the whole, consistently, it's been pretty poor. Let's be honest, it's been pretty poor. Yeah. And unless this manager goes, it's going to get worse. And I believe in any club in modern day football, I think 5-6 years for any manager is probably about right. It's probably about right for a football club. Yeah, you need to freshen it up. It needs freshening up.
I'm gonna come to Shane next, but before I do, Northside as well. Big up for the raid, my Portugueser. Cheers, brother, and everyone that's come over as well. Don't forget, smash the like and sub, guys, and as well, I have now pinned the link to all of these panels, all of their chats. So yeah, click on them, give them some love as well, man. Make sure you do that, and big up everyone. So Shane, man, obviously we're saying about this Mikel Arteta stuff. I reeled off everything of why I think he's a horrendous manager, and I think that's fair. And I reeled off why his tactics have just absolutely been found out. They're old hat. They're finished. They're done. They ain't going anywhere. We're just going to, if this manager's in charge, do you think that he's going to be able to change enough to get this whole team playing in a different way next season? By the way, next season, it's only a few months away. We're in May, man. It finishes this month, doesn't it? There's a lot of work to do. Can you actually see this manager going, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up. Yeah, we do need a new captain. Yeah, we need to get a lot of signings in. We need to be ruthless with the sales that we make. We need to get all these contracts done. I know it's not just him, but then also go, right, yeah, maybe we need to revert back to the 21-22 season when we were ripping teams to shreds. Maybe it's the other season, either. Do you know what I mean? And changing the way we go about things, changing the attack, making we're going to go forward, signing the right players, this and all that. Is that all going to happen in the space of 3 months?
No. Listen, and if anybody's ever watched this before on my channel, I continuously say that if he's in charge next season, regardless of how many players Berta brings in, we're not getting close to the top 4. We're not getting close to the top 4. If we have a good summer, i.e. Gyökeres and all these players we're linked with, we're still not finishing in top 5. If we have a bad summer, we're dropping to 8th, 9th. And it might say that sounds negative, that sounds whatever you want. Based on our form, people are forgetting. They seem to think that we're going to be the only ones to sign players. They seem to live in a world where we're only going to sign players. And Matty made a great point. He said, if United win that Europa League, they go from Rory Delap to Gyökeres, who they can go for, right? If anyone else with a name or that's in the Champions League, Barcelona, Liverpool, I can see Liverpool. Why aren't they? I'd imagine they're in for Gyökeres. Imagine they get Gyökeres and they have Salah staying and they have Gakpo and Diaz and all these lads. We're not getting near them. We already can't get near them. Yeah. And he'd go there. Of course he would. He'd go there over us. And I've said this before as well about Arteta. We can talk about attacking players. And in January, the summer, AFTV and all these people were throwing up, oh, we're going to get this guy, we're going to get that guy, awesome and this and awesome and that. And I said, wipe all them off your blackboard, because Arteta ain't signing them because they have attitude problems, or they don't track back, or they don't work hard enough. You can mark off about 80 to 90% of the top strikers out there that he won't want them. And the ones that are left, the elite ones, they're not going to want to work under him. Why would they want to work under him? He's never improved an attacking player. He's only ever ruined attacking players.
Yeah.
He doesn't play attacking football. No self-respecting forward's going to want to come and work under that guy. He's a clown. And all the problems that we have, they all go back to him. So next season, it boggles mind that some people can't see the trouble that's coming. Even when you lay it out and say, we're going to lose, we're going to lose Jorginho, we're going to lose Partey, we're going to lose Trossard, we're losing Tierney, we're going to lose probably Kivior and Zinchenko and all these players. And you made a point earlier, Aaron, and I do agree with you to a point where you said that when we got rid of Fabio Vieira and all these lads, and good, get rid of them. But, I still would have rather keep them if he wasn't going to fucking replace them. You know what I mean? Because you can use them in the League Cup and you can use them in the Champions League, but he never did, even when he had them. You know what I mean? We pulled up so many games where we were 4 and 5-0 up this season and last season, especially last season, when he left Saka on and he left all these players on and he could have taken them off. You know what I mean? No other top manager would do that. I was screaming at the telly the last 2 or 3 years. My missus was the same. And she'd be going, why are they still on the pitch? And then they don't get injured. And I always use Views' thing, and I because I love it so much, that we weren't unlucky this season with injury. We just got lucky the last 2 seasons that these players weren't dropping. And someone else put it in the chat there. How many surgeries are going to need in the summer? So many of our players are going to need surgery. So many of them are already out. Jesus is out till probably Christmas. Tomiyasu will never come back. He'll never come back. He's never going to play again. You can see that in him. He's never going to play again. You know what I mean? Like Cazorla, but Cazorla ended up playing again. But he was, it was rumored that he would never play again. It's all coming to a head. And winning the Champions League, yes, it's amazing and it's a moment. But I don't support Arsenal just to have that moment. You move on. And if the team starts to fall apart, how bad does it get then? Do we want to be like the way United are? Yes, they're winning trophies. But, when the team is just completely in bits, and we're going that way, it's just this league position is polishing the surface a bit more, making it look a bit shiny. And I don't give a shit about second. And we shouldn't give a shit about second. No self-respecting team should give about second. And you always make a point, Aaron. Yes, we did second 3 times in a row before, between 99 and 2001. But we fucking sandwiched that with 2 doubles, man. We sandwiched that with 2 doubles. And in that, we were against one of the greatest club sides England's ever seen. That 99... from late 90s Man United team was one of the best teams we've ever seen and will ever see. Stacked 4 world-class strikers they had. And we took them to the wire every time. And then we won the double. And then we should have won the league after that. But Wenger made his silly comments that we're going to go unbeaten and they fell apart. But then we went unbeaten.
Mark Viduka dagger, that one.
But the thing is that they seem to compare to what they want to compare it to. And my big thing is, you named everything off. In-game tactics, non-existent. Doesn't have them. Man management, non-existent, doesn't have it. Transfers, absolutely awful. PR, everything he does is awful. And I mean real PR, like actually saying the things you want to hear, not the nonsense that he does. He's good at that, all right. He's good at the politician side of it. But if they can't see how bad things are, if people cannot see how bad things are, then we're in real trouble. We are in real trouble because we're only going one way and it's backwards and it's very, very fast we're going. And even if we get a new manager in next season, he'll have a lot to do, man. An awful lot to do. This will be an actual rebuild, not the rebuild that Arteta walked into when he had a squad, yes, with a few troublemakers, but there was some world-class players there. Where what he's walking in, next manager's coming into his so-called main striker, Jesus, being cropped for most of the season. He's walking into Havertz being the only one, and he's coming back from an injury. He's walking into Saka, who's clearly still injured. He's walking into operations all over the place. And if it's Arteta that's still in charge, I mean, I can't imagine how bad it's going to be. I cannot imagine how bad it's going to be. We say that we're going to be here again at this time next year saying the same things. We're going to be saying a lot more than that, man. We're going to be saying a lot more than that. We're going to be saying, we're mid-table or we're it's just going to be 10 times worse. And it boggles my mind, and I'll finish on this. I just cannot understand why we are the only ones who can see it. Do they not want to see it? Or are they just that stupid? I think it's a mix of both. I think it's a mix of both.
Absolutely is a mixture of both.
It really 100%. Is. It's absolutely staggering. But to land on your point,
he's
just an awful manager. He's an awful manager. He has nothing going for him. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
before I get Normski in as well, there's a couple of good points that people are making in the chat. Why? Because it's a world-class chat. That's why. Zinedine Zidane chat. Big up to every single one of you looked in the building. There's 135 of you world-class motherfuckers in the building. Fair play to every single one of you, man. Love to every single one. DJB, I watched Tony Adams being interviewed at the end of the 1998 double season on video, where he said, proper captain, that he doesn't like the word rebuild because it's an admission that the team has been shit. Yep. Absolute facts, isn't it?
And this is a rebuild.
Fact. It is, whether people like it or not. It just
They're gonna hate it.
Yeah, they don't like hearing it.
You cannot go all this time without a trophy and not improve on your previous season and sell players and buy. I mean, when you think about it, people say, "Oh yeah, we need a striker." We don't just need a striker. We need cover for Saka. We need the left-hand side sorted out because that's a mess. We need another attacking midfield player. We probably need backup for a Gabriel and Saliba. That's proven. We need about 6 or 7 players.
Yeah,
I don't know where the money's coming from because
I'd go even more than that. I'd go even more than that.
And I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know whether this manager's going to get the money he needs to get all the players he wants. I don't think they can trust him anymore. I really don't think they can trust him.
I don't blame him.
I think Berta's looking at it. I don't think he's going to make too many. I don't think Berta's going to really make too many waves. I think he's just going to give him enough to hang himself on. I think he'll let Arteta think that he's still got the run of the show, and just sort of give him enough rope to hang himself. And then come the middle of the year, he's going to, if it's all going wrong, he can then go to the owners and say, look, he's had his chance again and he's failing again. I think we need to act. But I reckon that Berta is pleasantly shocked the state of the club, personally. That's why he's acted on Jorginho. That's why Jorginho's gone already. He's starting already. The season's not even over yet. He's 3 games out and he's already now, right, Jorginho, see you later. He's gone. By the way, Jorginho has ended up, with his wages, he's ended up costing us £22 million.
Yeah, I heard you boys say it earlier.
Jorginho has ended up costing this club £22 million. He's hardly played. He's hardly contributed. And once again, this manager has kept him. He's now going on a free £22 million. £22 million. We could have got Morata. We could have got Odegaard. We could have got Ivan Toney for 40 million.
Yeah.
Mate, answer the question. Just answer the question.
That's just part of the way. Like I said, it all comes back to, again, the way this manager has built this squad. It's not been good enough. Is that the same one where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to get Caicedo, now we're just going to get Jorginho? We've got our El Capitan in the building from Spain. How we doing, Lee, brother? Cheers, mate. Good show, lads. Appreciate it, man. And Lee Gunner, listen to Lee Gunner, everyone. All 144 of you world-class fuckers. Big up to the chat and sub to the lads. Everyone's link is pinned. Big up, man. Big up to Lee, man. Big up. Yeah. Even a bit of Macy's chipping in. Yeah, you're the best. To be fair, I actually will agree with you there, Macy. Yeah, he's numero uno as far as I'm concerned, and I think I'll probably speak for a lot of others, and definitely 1,220. 2 of them. Do you know what I mean? He's got on his 122. 100%. Sorry, 122, but 0 on the end of that. Or a couple of them, Aaron. Chill out, innit? A couple of zeros short there. Sorry, Lee.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, proper geezer. Big up, mate. Yeah, big up to you, Prime. Big up to you, brother. He's everywhere as well, man. Big up to a bit of Prime. We've got a mutant in the building again, man. Where's he gone? Varel. I'm sure I recognise that name. He's come back, isn't he? You know, he's just one of them that just looks at that X in the right-hand corner and goes, nah, do you know what? I'm just going to stay for a bit more abuse. I'll just stay for a bit more abuse, and that's cool, man. I think you're actually one of the more respectable ones, isn't you, to be fair, as far as I can see, Varel? I mean, you're a little bit away with the fairies, my old China, but you're not abusive like that other geezer that came in here. You know, the one with the 2-inch cock. He soon left, didn't he? He soon fucked off. You know what I mean? Yeah. What he'd done is he'd finished in 5 seconds as well. And, you know, he'd gone to bed, didn't he? Knocked himself out. So literally tied himself out. Yeah, to coin a phrase. What can we do? Yeah, let's just keep this on track, shall we, man? Big up to everyone in the chat again. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Mikel Arteta, of course. Normski, I've kept you waiting there. And I do apologise, my friend. Very patient as ever.
Oh, no.
What's your say on this Mikel Arteta before we move on?
I'm just taking it all in, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's basically, rinse and repeat with this club.
Yeah.
I mean, there's too many red flags going into the summer. When you look at what is going to take place in terms of the players that are coming back from their loan spells. We need to get rid of them. You know what I mean? You're looking at the injury problems, as Shane pointed out and DJ pointed out, that they're going to be guys that are going to be sort of with us until the end of this season, and then to the end of next year. We're carrying significant injuries. The other thing as well, the likes of Kai Havertz, Odegaard, these players are going to hamper the club going forward, because Mikel Arteta doesn't want to get rid of them. He doesn't want to change them, and bring in players that are going to come in and challenge them. He has no intention of getting rid of Havertz. The fact as well, you got Berta who's coming in, who's going to have his job cut out for him, even though we know that this guy's got a lot of experience behind him. But you've also got the narrative of top gooners turning around and saying, well, this guy doesn't have much time. He needs to hit the ground running. And so all of a sudden now the blame is going to go to Berta if, we have an successful summer. Where was all this talk when Mikel Arteta and Edu were doing their absolute joke of a transfer window in the summer window that's gone, and obviously the winter window that's gone as well. Obviously Edu's left, but you see where this is going. It's going to be interesting how Berta deals with the transfer dealings, and that he's got to talk around William Saliba into maybe signing an extension. But obviously William Saliba wants guarantees that we're going to go and win titles and win trophies, not under this manager, But unfortunately, the hierarchy who have given him £750 million, no one can turn around and say that the owners have not backed him. They have backed him, and if there is likely to be a £300 million war chest, then that's nigh on £1 billion that this manager has spent, nigh on £1 billion. And for me, to entrust a guy who, this owner's brought in as a novice, alongside Edu, I keep saying it. I've said it time and time again. We are not a potty training club, okay? When you have your little one and they're ready to come out of nappies, and you say, go and use the potty, make sure you go and use the potty. They don't always hit the target, and this is the same with Mikel Arteta. He's not hitting the targets. The targets that we want is the targets to get this club, this great club, over the line. He's not the man to take us over the line. He's the man before the man. You've gone as far as you can. You've reached your ceiling, Arteta, and now it's time to just say, right, you know what, guys, I can't take this club any further. But because of his narcissistic protagonist attitude, and it's all about me, and all the monologues that this guy will throw out, to the masses, everybody will sit down and say, oh, he's a great manager, give him another year, because at the end of the day, Berta comes in, but he's given a time frame. He's like, well, if he doesn't do anything within a year, 2 years, then the blame will solely go to him. Arteta's been in 6 years, 1 FA Cup, and if you want to call them 2 trophies, plates, well, according to him, he knows when it comes to that. It's a joke, and we're in a situation where DJ said it. We could end up falling out the top, and Shane said we could end up falling out the top 5. We stick with this manager. Yes, I've come out on record and said that if he wins the Champions League, or if he wins, some kind of trophy this year, well, obviously he's thrown away all those trophies now. It's the Champions League that's left. I would build a statue for him. That's a figure of speech. I know Shane hates that, but that's just my opinion, because I think, well, if he's done it, okay, he's proved me wrong, right? Now you go again next year and see what you can. But the thing is, it's taking that risk. I kind of sat there and just listened to what Shane and DJ said. I'm thinking, whoa, even though we win that Champions League, we could be taking a massive risk. I would probably, as I said, as you said, I think Shane said it earlier on. Would you? I think he said it. I think he pushed this question to you, Aaron. That would you rather finish out of the top 4, top 5, take a manager that's decent, yeah, and just go through that year? Because I know any manager coming in that has any kind of qualities, that has experience, will definitely get us back to winning things. But under Mikel Arteta, he's gone as far as he can, but he's just too stubborn. He's just too stubborn to turn around and say no, actually, because I'm just going to hear what his speech will be after the Newcastle game. I'll be intrigued to hear what his speech will be, because I'm sure it's just going to be another rinse and repeat, Aaron. You and DJ will be there in the stadium. You're going to sit around, look around at the whole 60,000 seater stadium and look at them all clapping away and singing North London Forever, and Arteta coming out and saying, well, he's not going to say second place is not acceptable. We might say fourth place is not acceptable by the time we finish the season. Yeah, that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't know what it's going to take for this guy to get out the club or leave the club, or whether the owners are going to act. But I think Berta going down the line will have something to say about that. I think with the money that the owners, he's going to say, well, look, let him go and spend whatever the money is, and if it doesn't work with the players that he's getting in, as DJ say, give him enough rope to hang himself, and then Berta will just go back to the owners and say, look, we've wasted now £1 billion, and we're still, trying to fight to finish in the top 4. It's just not good enough.
We've quantum leaped back there, haven't we, mate? We've just quantum leaped back in 2019 in so many different aspects.
We've gone back to the future, mate. We've gone back to the future.
Yeah, we've got 88 miles an hour in the DeLorean, and we're just back in 2019, mate. Do you know what I mean? With the dock. Like, what are we doing here, man? It's kind of madness when you think about it, isn't it, man? I know, Shane, you've got to shoot, my friend. What have you got coming up, my brother?
Just have to get up at bloody 6 a.m. to get everything ready for the school run tomorrow. But all good. Yeah, the like I said, the channel's flying along. I think I'm 24 now away from 400, maybe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's just been flying up.
500 today in it or something.
Sorry,
50 today or something. That's
that's just been flying up. The videos are just getting massive views and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I'm just a lovable bastard, I suppose. But
must be the accent. They love the Irish.
They love the Irish. Actually, the funny thing about that, I'll be quick with this, because it came to me the other day when because Lee does the Irish accent brilliant. He does it real like Alan Partridge, one like the full Irish. Right? When Alan Partridge does it, but for some reason the story came to me when one of my mates he's about 13. It was like 19. I think it was 93. His Irish team, his under 14s team, went to Highbury, right, for a trip for a football trip. And it was at half time, and I remember Highbury was one of the first grounds at the big screen, and they put up on the screen, like, say, big cheer for St. Kevin's under 14s team, right? And all the lads stood up, and they were down near the front. They gave it a bit of that, and there was a little spattering of applause, right? And they all sat back down. Apparently, one of the lads stayed standing up, and he was like that, right? And my mate said all you heard was, "Sit down, Paddy." And next minute, this full can of coke just smacks him in the head, man, knocked him out. We missed the whole match. Well, yeah, so I don't know when that story came to me, but yeah,
you're right. I like it, man.
The chat's been absolutely lit, as you said, world-class chat. Big up to Normski, as always, Normski. Big up to DJB, as always, and Aaron.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, I've got the first episode of my, I'm doing the 1930 World Cup tomorrow. I'm going to go live at 10:30. My usual slot, so there'll be no full Irish tomorrow. That'll be back the day after. So I'll be doing, the 1930 World Cup, just going through it. And, people want to come in and chat. And, I know that the later World Cups will be more interactive, because people will have their own experience with them. There you go, Gunnar Arteta. There's a way for you. And so, yeah, I'll be doing that at 10:30. And then I will have the full Irish again on, what day is tomorrow? Wednesday for the match. Then I'll do a match reaction after the match. And then Thursday's the Bruised Banana. Hopefully, Normski, if you're around. If you're around, if you're not, you're not. And DJB, if you're around, be great. Whoever's around. And Aaron, I know you'll be busy on Thursdays, but if you're around.
If I can make it, I always will. It's always, with the time of it, it's always like, because it's 8:30, it's Like
Yeah,
I might be able
no.
to make the later part of it. You know me,
Exactly.
bruv. If I can come
No
on,
pressure.
give you a bit
I
of
always say
support,
that. No pressure whatsoever.
another
And
voice, I'll always will. You know that,
yeah,
bruv.
because I have a debutant on it. He reached out to me. He's been
Lovely.
putting up comments. So I'll get him on for a
Lovely,
bit, and then Carl normally comes on. So it should be stacked, absolutely stacked. But we'll have a good laugh. We'll have a good football chat, and come on the Arsenal. And please, God, sack Mikel Arteta before the season's out. I know it won't happen, but we can only dream, boys. Have a good night.
Yeah, take it easy, Shane. Legend, man. Thank you.
Take it easy, man. What a geezer he is. There's a couple of people in the chat as well with questions. I have starred them, so you know the ones where you've asked. I haven't forgot. Maybe there's a couple I've missed because this chat has been popping off, and yeah, it's been fantastic, man. It's always good to see the interaction by you phenomenal so and so's has been unbelievable, and it's always greatly appreciated by every single person on the panel, man. And of course, Shane's link, as is everyone else's, pinned in that comment. So make sure, don't just do it for me. Don't just drop a little cheeky like on a video for me, although that'd be great. Don't just sub to me, sub to the boys. So it's all about community settings. Do you know what I mean? That's what we do here, man. So yeah, I'm gonna swiftly just move this on quick. We won't run for much longer. So I know it's I'm a little bit conscious of time. 11:45. Otherwise, we stay and it just gets out of hand, and everyone starts yawning. It's 3 a.m, and then we're waking up. We're all snoozing. We're crap at work the next day. The missus is telling us off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We've all got things to do. So do you know what I mean? But here, I wanted to add this up here. I've done this on Friday, but it's worth another go. Look at the state of this.
There it is. Look at that. The new Heritage Collection.
What's this?
Look at this.
Let's go back again. Look at these 4 fucking plonkers. Look at them. I mean, none of them look like they want to be. Oh, Ali Adier. Hello, mate. None of them look like they want to be.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Are we? What month are we in? Is it summer or winter?
Well, I know, mate.
Only Arsenal Football Club can bring out a heritage with coats and whatever in the middle of the summer and scarves. Only Arsenal Football Club.
Windbreakers. We got bombers.
All the other clubs bringing out polo shirts and t-shirts, and we're bringing out coats and jackets and padded jackets and hoodies and scarves. Look.
Let's have a little click in because there's 75 and we won't go through all 75 because this is just to prove a point. Here we go. Look,
there's a bit of you there, Normski. Look, it's a bit of you there.
Oh, mate, that shirt has got Normski written all over it.
Normski written all over that, isn't it?
They look nice, mate. Pajamas. Nice pajamas.
50 quid and all, Norms. You know what I mean? You look like a tube of Colgate or whatever it is.
50 quid for a deck chair with a cannon on it.
Oh, boys, yeah. Look,
what's going on?
Look, mate, you know, because it's May, you know what I mean, and not October. You want this reversible jacket. Look,
yeah, you want that,
for 117 quid a pop.
Fucking hell.
117 quid a pop, boys. Do you know what I mean?
117 quid.
And if you ain't a member, which let's face it, you all are.
I'll tell you what, mate. You can get that. You can get that off the Temu for about £5.
That's probably where they got it on, and they stitched a fucking cannon on it. Do you know what I mean? Look at the state of it. It don't get any better, man. You got crappy long sleeve t-shirts. You got shorts for 45 quid. You can get the look down there and all. 45 quid for a pair of shorts. Yeah. Look, okay. Look, you got the caps. 35 quid for that cap. Oh yeah.
We've seen the £20 stocks.
See, now I quite like that.
Stocks.
In all fairness,
also whatever the fuck this is. Arsenal cricket, by the way, whatever the fuck that is, I don't know. But if you want to look like an absolute see you next Tuesday, it costs you £58.50. Don't worry, boys. Oh, look, the other look here, Norms. Look, you've got another set.
You got a matching shirt there. Look.
Oh, boy,
yeah, look, but that's for Friday night and Saturday night, Norms, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You're covered over the weekend. Look, get the full set, 63 quid plus the 50 for the shorts, 100 odd quid, boys, and you can look like that. That's what you can look like for 100 odd quid. But yeah, look, the tip of the iceberg does it for you. Let's go to page 2, and I think it just stays on page 2. Here, you want to? Oh, look, here you go. Look, scarf, a nice May, June, July. Get ready for the summer with a 22.
How much is that? How much is that scarf?
£22.50. Yeah. Get ready for the summer. Yeah, £22.50. That's all it'll cost you. Here you go. Look, 3-pack of Gothic A socks. £22.50.
£22.50
for them 3 pairs of socks. Yeah. This is where the club's ripping you off, people. Left, right, and centre. I mean,
I'll tell you what, right, Aaron. In all fairness, right, they know that the tourists, don't they? They know the tourists hit the fucking night. This is all for the tourists. That's why they can bump the prices up, because they know they're going to get fucking sold. Look at the Bruce on the scarf. Look in the middle of the summer.
Look at that, middle of the summer. And do you know what? It's not even a tiny scarf. That looks fucking treble thick, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It looks like fucking 3 scarves in one.
Fucking
What are we
scarf.
doing here, man? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, Darren's saying, yeah, you're punting the clobber out there, mate. Good job. Yeah, listen, yeah. What I didn't say is I'm getting 10% of all sales. I should have said that
Let's see if we can get Darren rigged out. Let's have a little bit of Darren. Hang on, let's move it down, mate. We'll see if we can get Darren.
Hold on. Yeah, right. We're going to kit out Darren. Yeah.
Here we go, Darren. Here we go to Dowster. Right, let's have a little look at Dowster, what he's getting, mate.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go right back to the start for Dow because we've already got Normski as summer attire.
Yeah, we've got Normski sorted out for his.
We need a bit of Darren.
I'll tell you a bit of Darren. That A, mate. That T-shirt with the big A on it. That's a bit of Darren. He's got. No, the one down. No, the one down, mate.
The red top. The red top.
Oh, look, that's a bit of Darren, isn't it?
£31. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a bit of that.
I'll tell you what, though. Do you know what I mean? Just in case it's hot, we'll give him the jumper just so he's matching. If it's a little bit hot, he can take the £54 jumper off and he's got a matching A, the Gothic A one. All right, so we've already kitted him out up top. Darren, we look after you, mate. Don't worry.
There's his bag for his beach.
We'll look right after you. Yep, you got your little backpack. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Put a little drink in there and all that. Yeah, we sort you right out. Oh, I tell you what. You know what? Actually, I think we've gone wrong up top for him. I reckon this is a bit of Darren right here.
Oh, hang on. You're spoiling him, mate. You're spoiling Darren there. Look.
Sorry, we're going to undress you again, Down. We're going to have to put this one on you, mate. I think that is the one there. That is fucking smart personified, isn't it? The cricket Arsenal polo top, whatever the fuck it is. Right, we're going to cap him. We're going to give him a cap.
Yeah, give him the gunner's cap, mate.
How much are we at? How much are we at now? What we got?
Yeah,
about 90 quid. We're at 90 quid now. Come on, we've got a couple more quid. We got to give him that because it matches the his jumper, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? There we go. We got 110 for you. We got to get him 3 pairs of socks. You got to wear them all at once as well.
We get him all socks.
You got to wear them all at once.
Them shorts, mate. We're throwing a pair of shorts. Darren, you're sorted, mate.
I'll give you.
DJ B look after you, mate. Don't worry about that. You're sorted.
Yeah, mate. We've got him absolutely covered, mate. Do you know what I mean? Is there a little?
Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else that want? Is there anyone else that want us to dress them?
Do you know what I mean? Styling by DJ.
We do women as well. Look, yeah.
Yep, we can dress mothers, nans. There's babies in there, the whole lot. Do you know what I mean?
Get your kids sorted out as well.
Only for you, Dal. We only.
I'm humbled, lads. He's humbled.
Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, Darren, yeah, well, mate. Honestly, I'll look after you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Listen, we're a good bunch here. Do you know what I mean? That's
all I got was 2 pajama tops.
Honestly, them shirts got your name on it, mate. You're going to have to queue up down there. You're going to have to queue up down there, mate.
They are a bit of you. I'll tell you what. Yeah, what you need to do is go on a match day and spend about 7 hours queuing up to go and get it. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. You've got to camp there. It's like Glastonbury, mate. You've got to camp there the day before just to get in there.
Do a Chris Rock, pay for a leather jacket and lay away and wore it.
Do you know what as well? Yeah, as well. While we're on the merch bit, and obviously it's gone off. Yeah, there's a specific line of merch. People that follow this channel will know it a little bit, a little bit more. That I do a little merch watch. Yeah, and it's got out of control, and I haven't kept up with it as much as I should. But I'll reset it at the start of next season. Now I'm streaming from next season. There's this one particular merch line. Yeah. And it gripes me right out. And you'll see why. And I'm glad I've got the some of the older heads that'll appreciate it. And world-class chat, you'll know where I'm going with this. So on the 20th of September last year, 2024, there was a particular brand of merch come out. And it was called the Classic 89 Collection. And I'll tell you what, because I love 89, I'm sure, DJB, I think you was there. Normski, I know he'd have been watching it 100%. And everyone in the chat, you world-class so-and-sos, you were all watching it. I must admit, going to put my hands up right here now. I clicked on it because I thought, do you know what? I wonder what sort of bit of merch they've got in there. I like it. It's a special year, not just because I was born, by the way. That was a great year, not just because Aaron was born. Do you know what I mean? It's a great year because it was fantastic. I mean, we all know what happened that year. But there's a massive problem that I've got with this merch line. Massive problem. When I think about 89, boys, I think about Anfield. Of course I do. We all do. I don't just think about myself. I think about McMahon, you know, when he was going 1 minute, he's going like that. He's like, yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute. Then I think of Barnes running in the, instead of running in the corner like a spaz, he's trying to take us on and whip a ball in. Then I also, what was that all about? He could have just picked the ball up and booted it into the stadium if he wanted to, and they'd have won the league. Madness. I digress. And then I think, obviously, a bit of John Lukic, a bit of a rolling out to Dicko. Dicko, clipping it over to a bit of Smudge, who's, by the way, his first touch was unbelievable, by the way. Absolute first touch was
in the corner of his eye.
You see it, that's it. You see him corner of his eye. He's flicked the ball over to a cheeky bit of Mickey Thomas, who was, as they say, charging through the middle. And then it has a nice little fortuitous ricochet off of poor old Nickel. Do you know what I mean? And back into Mickey Thomas's path. And then you see us cat and mouse with old Brucey, with old Brucey Grobler. Yeah, and it's all up for grabs now. We see it. The net's rippling. I mean, whatever the celebration that Mickey Thomas was doing, I ain't got a bloody clue. But all I know is
running out the stadium.
Certainly associate that year. Of course,
Aaron, I've passed out
not only that game, exactly, brother. Not only that game, but one colour. What colour do you reckon that would be? For me, of course, it would be yellow. Absolutely yellow. That's all you think about when you see Anfield and everything like that. So how do you reckon the Arsenal merchandise team have decided to honour probably one of the greatest climaxes to football that we have ever seen across all countries, across worlds, not just in England, and it will never, never, never be repeated again? That's how they honour it, with fucking beige. That is what they pump out to every single one of you people. How ridiculous is this? This is the Anfield 89 collection with beige jackets and fucking stone-coloured T-shirts.
Are you sharing it?
What are we doing here?
Are you sharing it?
What's that?
I can't see it. Are you sharing it? I can't see it, the beige.
Can you see it? Can you see it up there, DJB, or have I fucked
Yeah,
right up
no,
there?
89 collection. Look at it.
I can't see it.
Shocking.
How come I can't see it?
Yeah, that's how they've decided to honour the their merchandise collection of the greatest climax to a season ever. They've honoured it with 4 women and a bit of beige. I mean, I don't know, the woman's fine, but I mean, like, they weren't in that team. Like, for a start, I understand they're going to sell women's merch.
And they've put
like
fucking Smudge up, Alan Smith, an absolute legend in some sort of fucking blue sweatshirt that don't even represent fucking 89.
It couldn't be any further away from representing the 89 collection in your life. I couldn't believe it. I clicked on it and I went, where's the fucking 89 stuff then? It's this. They're sat in a fucking, I don't even know what car that is, on a convertible, Norms. Sat in a convertible. Smudge is sat there with a blue jumper. He's sat with some beige little chinos, and then you've got a load of chick in fucking beige and brown and stone and all of that stuff. It couldn't be any further away. How could you get that so wrong? Probably the greatest night in Arsenal's history, and that is how you fucking honour it.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
I can't see, but I know what you're describing. I can't see on my screen.
That is where the club's at, mate. That's where the club's at.
Yeah. Rick, man, that's too funny. Yeah, that's too funny. I don't want to read it out. I know I like you anyway, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's
just in case someone's in the chat taking it around the wrong way or is listening. That's funny. Yeah, he's good, Vic. He's an OG in the chat as well, man.
Canu resigned.
Yeah. But come on, man. Like, what are we actually doing here? It's devastating that they just absolutely pull our pants down.
Yeah, Aaron, I've got to admit, even old Dazza Sullivan would look a bit nasty in that beige, wouldn't he?
Yeah. That's not for you, is it now? Yeah.
We couldn't have Dazza Sullivan in that beige, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Macaulay Sam back in the other way, the sexy cricket top.
I'll see what Ian Macaulay might look all right in that, though. A bit of beige, he might look all right in that.
What bit of E? Yeah, what do you reckon, E?
What do you reckon,
any this 89 authentic, nothing that represents Anfield 89 whatsoever merch? Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he'd like that motor. He'd look smart in that motor, he would, old Ian, wouldn't he, with them shades, mate?
Yeah. Next to Darren in that cricket top, innit? Start driving down there. But one's got pipe in their gob, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's all coming together now, yeah. Keep it real. Big up to you, Guna Matata. Big up to you, man. Yeah, what we got in the chat? Let's take a few more of these. To be fair, I'll probably be copying some myself. Yeah, copying some myself. Sorry, I'll read that properly in a minute. I get some merch from the Pele store in NYC. Oh yeah, would be nice having some original merch. Just don't get that one. But I don't need to tell you, my dear. You'd know that is not representative of Anfield 89 whatsoever. Like I
Nothing.
said, I must admit, I had a little look with a bit of intrigue. I was like, oh, do you know what? I like that. And then when that come up, I just couldn't believe it. He's humbled. Stay humble, stay humble. Yeah, Dazza. I mean, I think Dazza's double happy. You were quite happy with the outfit we sent you. He only lives a little bit away from me, didn't you, Dow? I don't know why we haven't met up for a drink yet. You know, I'm sure you ain't too far away from.
He's well at me. He's well at me, but he ain't having Knowles' shirt, mate. No way. He's not.
No. I don't think anyone's out. I wouldn't want to be fighting with Normski for that shirt. I'm telling you that. I'll be. Do you know what kind?
I'll be giving it away, mate. What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We need DJ Crane. We need him kitted up, mate. He'd look all right in that old smudger sweatshirt. That's a bit of DJ Crane, I think.
Yeah. And do you know what? As well, it's funny you should say DJ Crane because he's sent in a super chat. Do you know what? We don't send in the super chat. Save up some fucking Anfield '89 merch, mate. That's where you need to be spending it. But now, listen, bro. Big up, man. You know it. Appreciate it. Imagine having, and the legend says this, imagine having tons of shit stains on your underwear and not changing it. That is what super fans, top gooners, are wearing. This is what Arsenal are with Arteta. Shit stain FC. Enough's enough. Oh, mate. Yeah. Listen, man. Do you know what I always say, man? That they do. They're shit stains. They leave the skids out in the bed and just leave trails of it when they get out the bed in the morning. These top gooners, just little skid trail coming out the bed. Hopefully they don't wear white front, so I can tell you that. Otherwise, the missus won't be double happy cleaning them skivvies up from the top gooners, will they? But now, big up DJ Crane, man, legend. And I forgot to actually say this. I nearly said it a couple of times. But as well, big up to you, Goonery, for becoming a member, man. Always greatly appreciated, my brother, man. As is anyone anyway coming in the chat, man. Big up. We've got a couple of questions here. We've got questions to the panel. Do any of you guys remember that old guy with the Arsenal Rolls Royce? Used to be parked up near Highbury during games. Is he still around, the old boy? I mean, one of the older Reds.
I do remember it well. I do remember that Rolls Royce quite often. And I know where he used to park it. So he used to walk past it on some occasions. Not seen him around. He probably not around, bless him. Big up, though. I'm glad you remember it.
Yeah. I must say, I didn't know that. Do you know that, Norms?
No.
Remember the big Rolls Royce? Outside Highbury?
I didn't take much notice.
2002 retro collection they dropped recently. Looks decent, to be fair. Whoa, we'll have to have a look at that.
I'll have to have another look in that. What should I do? Is that for another show? Or like, I don't know where it is. It might take me ages to read through it.
We might have to have end of show merch, and we might have to. We'll pick some of the chaps. So we've done DJ Crane with Ian McCauley's been dressed. Old Des Sullivan's been well and truly merched up.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we'll do next Monday. I'll go through the merches and I'm going to dress a couple of you. We've got Lawrence who definitely needs dressing.
Lawrence is up. I'll tell you. We've got to get him.
Yeah. We've got to get him some bastard clothes.
Get Lawrence sorted. Don't you worry, Lawrence. Your merch is coming. Who else can we dress up?
Bastards.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of your other chat.
My boy Vic says he can make his own. So do you know what I mean? We'll leave Vic.
Yeah, okay, all right, Vic. We're
in hands of a god.
There's got to be a cut. I'll tell you what, Seymour Butts is getting it big time.
My boy, yeah.
We're going to dress proper merch.
We're going to dress the dock, mate. 100%.
The dock's going. The dock is getting merched up.
The dock is getting kitted out.
What we're going to do
100%.
What we're going to do for Sam and Guna? What we're going to do?
A bit of Matt.
He likes them shorts, mate. We'll have them. Yeah, with them shorts, he'll like.
We'll go through the merch, and I'll tell you what, we'll dress these cool cats out. We'll kit them out, mate. I'll have the sexy cricket top. See, you are attached to that, isn't you, Ian, man?
I told you, mate. He's Ian McCall. I'll tell you what.
It has, isn't it? I don't think he's joking here, Ian. I think
that sexy cricket top's a bit of him. I think he's going to be down there tomorrow queuing up to get that.
Yeah. If he's not doing that, look, here we got the Southern Gooners in here. Yeah, let's dress up Lee. Yeah. Well, you're getting it and all, mate. Yeah, don't worry about that.
We could dress up Lee. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Next week we will go through the merch towards the end of the show, and we will dress up the legend that is the Southern Gooner in Matty. We will dress up the legend himself.
Matty,
that
please, there's so much
Dungeon.
merch I want to. Matty, I can just see. I've got the perfect thing for Matty. You'll love it.
We've got it. We'll go through it. We're also going to dress up.
But I'll tell you what, Seymour, Lawrence is getting it big time.
Lawrence, we're
going
to get some bastard of a close, mate. We will, yeah.
And the Doc. The Butts is getting it as well, mate. He's getting. I'll tell you, he's getting.
His Butts getting it, is it? Yeah.
He's getting dressed up big time.
Yeah. You know, someone's gonna have to ban this because you know it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get nasty. Yeah.
Listen, guys. Listen.
There's going to be some interesting outfits, man.
We need to have a laugh. We do need to have a laugh because this football club has been painful all season, and if you don't laugh, guys,
yeah.
And if we go out Wednesday, trust me, you're gonna need some fun. You need a bit of fun, mate. You need a bit of fun.
That's it. Listen. The annual fashion show. We've got the OG's annual fashion show. And it's only here on Aaron Talks Arsenal. And Lee Gunner knows, yeah. Lee, laugh out loud. Yeah. Don't worry. Lee, we're going to pick some items we think will be spectacular for your wonderful present.
It's a new segment that I've bought to Aaron's show to dress up his chat. And you're in it, Lee, unfortunately. El Capitano, I'm afraid I'm going to put you in some horrific pair of shorts, my friend. Horrific.
Get those legs out, innit? Yeah, that's it. Get those fucking legs out now. That's funny as fuck, man. But look, man, we will wrap up on that note. Look forward to next week, people. I suppose at the end, no one's going to give a fuck about the content now. They just want to see what crap they're going to be putting on.
Yeah, they're going to see what DJB's messing everyone up in.
Yeah. They're just be like, oh well, he usually goes on average for about 2.5 hours. We'll just tune in on about 2 hours and 15. And you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Aaron Nolsky, I'll even be dressing up people whilst I'm eating my cereal. How about that?
Oh, he loves a bit of cereal. That's it. Skimmed milk, though. Skimmed milk. He fucking loves that red lid, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? He fucking loves that red lid.
Tastes like water, doesn't it? It tastes like water.
The doc. This is what the doc gets, yeah, because he actually he's kind enough to have sent me his graphic. He put Condomaguard.
There it is. Look at
and
that.
This is how I repay him by dressing him up horrendously in the next show. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, for sending that, mate, the doc's gonna get some horrendous pair of shorts put on him next week.
Oh mate, we will find it. I'll be scouring the and to be fair, there's a lot to choose from in the fucking Arsenal merch catalogue. So there's a plethora of choice we've got, and there's going to be some bastard of an outfit.
Nolsky, you might have to give up your shirts, mate.
Someone's saying north side. Why are you going to dress north side, mate?
Oh, Lee's saying to in response to sorry, just quickly to cut you there. In response to I think it was Vic. He does still park under the stadium.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't seen him for a while. I know he was there quite a while, but I've not seen it for quite a while. But cool, Lee. Brilliant. Yeah.
He's definitely got some high socks. He's definitely getting them fucking pegs out.
No, he's an ankle sock. With some little ankle socks. No, not with his. Not with Lee's pins, man. He's little ankle socks. He's Lee with some baggy shorts, mate.
With the delicate ankles on show. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, man. Listen,
we need some shades. We need some shades as well. Have they got any shades? Have they got any shades in there?
Oh, there'll be some, mate. There'll be some, 100%.
Aaron, sorry, mate. I've not meant to downgrade your channel. I'm sorry for the. I'm sorry for the
downgrade. It's a massive upgrade. Come on, have you watched my content? What's going on?
Sorry, man.
It's the best it's ever been. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Baggy shorts, polo shirt, job done. It's gonna be none of that. We want to get some fucking near knee-high socks. You know when the old kids pull them up all the way halfway through their shin. Yeah. That's a bit of Lee. That's what he's going to be having. Yeah.
He likes that beige though, Lee. That's a bit of Lee. That beige with his hair, that he'll like that.
Is that? But I don't know if you're listening, Lee, or watching, bud. What do you make of this absolute skanky Anfield '89 collection, man? I reckon Lee's a bit of them Alan Smith fucking khaki. What are they called? Them pants. What are they called? That's a bit of Lee, isn't it?
What are they?
What are they? Chinos, in it.
Yeah.
See the T-shirt. See the AFC T-shirt with the old big bag. That's a bit of Lee. That is definitely a bit of Lee. That
the old beige khakis and that.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's it. But the beige khakis with that cricket top.
Yeah,
that is a fucking going out in one of the old North Side fucking what's it called? The old Latina club, isn't it? Yeah, or Lee. It's a joke, isn't it, man? You think
of it, mate.
I know. Of all the merch lines, you thought they'd get right.
Listening, man. Listen, we're gonna listen, Lee. If you're listening, man, state of it. That just sums up our club, mate. That's why we're making fun of it. That's why we've got to dress up our listeners because they need it.
Yeah. We all need it. Big up Jason Carter as well, man. Nothing for Gunner in those clips. Yeah, we'll find something. I'm when I set my mind to something, I never disappoint. Yeah, we will be finding something. Yeah, Lee definitely wears ankle socks. To be fair, I only ever wear ankle socks. I can't wear the other thing,
mate. He's well been kitted out. Daz has been kitted out massively for 120 quid.
120 quid. He's job done. He even got 3 pairs. He even got 2 spare pairs of socks in with that and all. Do you know what I mean? Did. We've even kitted him out for fucking Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, DJ Crane's been kitted out. He got a pair of shorts thrown in as well. He's sorted.
I don't know, Dio. I don't know. This is just how it's gone. Yeah, and I like it.
Sorry, Dio, my fault. Sorry, I'll take the blame. Sorry.
Dio's there thinking, what the fuck are these three talking about, man? Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh no, to be fair, he's actually going. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lee, big up, man. Big up. Good show. I'm off to bed.
Big up, Lee. Take care, brother.
Anyway, you lot of jokes now. Yeah. Big up, brother. Always love for the support,
Wednesday.
man.
See you Wednesday, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll catch you. We'll catch you in the land very soon, man.
Yeah, there could be a big emergency going on.
1 second. Hold on.
I was thinking, Nonski.
Someone take over just a second while I.
Nonski, if we get dumped out the Champions League, be prepared to lose about 2 nights' sleep.
Right. Well, the missus is back now, so bro, I don't know about that.
This is what Matty just sent to me, by the way. A proper kit launch. Do you know when they redone the 89 kit?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Having 4 goals, isn't it? Do you remember?
Yeah.
That's a proper 89 launch.
Yeah.
Big up, Matty, man. Yeah, that's a proper launch. That's a proper launch there, man. Yeah. So we're going to wrap up, obviously. Do you know what I'm going to do in the morning, boys? I think I'm going to try and do a cheeky little morning show, like double early mornings, and just give that a little go, like double early before I do the school run. Got a few little ideas and things like that. So the 105 of you, absolutely world-class fuckers in the chat. You excellent world-class Zinedine Zidane. You excellent world-class Pele of a chat. Maradona of a chat.
When I get my channel running, it'll be like a comedy channel as well as a football channel, as you can imagine.
Yeah, we all want to have a little laugh, man. We all want to have a little laugh. But if any of you are around,
channel
100, well, 100. We'll plug them all in a second. But yeah, if anyone's around 7:45 in the morning, I will be there. It's probably not going to be a regular thing because I drink too much and I sleep too much. But I'm going to give it a go. Nonetheless, you know, I'll probably wake up at 5 to 8 and feel, oh, fuck that. But, you know, listen, you can't hurt a man for trying, can you? So, yeah, 7:45 in the morning. We're going to go. We're going to give it a go. And if it don't work, it don't work. But you know what? I'm willing to try. Do you know what I mean? Why not? We'll give it a go. So if I see any of you there, that'd be fantastic. If I don't, obviously you've got better things to do, and I totally understand. DJB, what's happening with your channel, man? Come on.
Well,
we're nearly there, aren't we, bro?
It's on its way. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to probably launch it towards the end of the season and talk about the football season, how it's gone, and I'll run a little something through the summer and then ready for next season. But it is in the process. I've got a few things going on. I've got my brilliant nephew sorting out a few editing for me and doing a bit of stuff for me. And I'm going to be chatting to Lee as well about stuff. So, hopefully it'll be up and running. And then once I send the link to Aaron, Aaron will get the links up. And hopefully all you guys will show some love and come across, and we'll have some football chat, and we'll have some fun, and we'll just enjoy the community, man, because that's what it's all about. Life's too short, and you know, you just have to enjoy some stuff, you know. We've built up a nice community.
Yeah, nah, so it's all fantastic, man. That's what it's about. Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with the interaction that we've all got, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all looking out for each other, all helping each other out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're all there. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, one of them, Gunnery. I don't think I've. The last time I actually wore, I'll tell you what this just before I quickly do sort of wrap up and come to norms. Other than a wedding last year, which I annoyingly asked after the reception I had to wear a suit. I don't wear trousers, by the way. This is the point I'm getting at. I detest them. Other than that wedding, I haven't worn trousers in maybe 3 or 4 years, something like that. I just refuse to wear them. And I mean, like, I've been to the Emirates for the last 7 years in -8, -8. I just will not wear them. And I don't wear tall socks. So I'm an ankle sock and shorts all year round. I absolutely refuse to do it. So yeah, I'm actually one of them people, man. I can't stand trousers or shin prisons, as I call them. Yeah, I
wear jeans. You wear jeans, though, Aaron.
No. I've refused to go out to some places. Shorts all the time. Jean shorts, chino shorts, normal shorts, not fucking hot pants. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like that. But yeah, I only wear shorts ever, no matter whether it's -8, -10, or whatever. I never, ever do it. I haven't been out. Like I said, I haven't been out. I don't really like clubs and things like that because they just annoy me. So I don't really have to wear jeans to go anywhere. I can just get away with going down the boozer and whatever I want. Do you know what I mean? And I even asked my mate at his wedding. I was like, "Oh, can I change into chino shorts afterwards?" And he was like, "Nah, you've got to keep it smart." I was like, "For fuck's sake." I've refused jobs in my interviews. I asked them, when they ask, "Oh, we got any questions at the end?" I asked if I can wear shorts, and if they say no, I won't do it. I'm my kid's life. Yeah, my kid's life. I can't fucking stand trousers.
Did you get married in shorts, Aaron?
I will be getting married in shorts. Yeah, absolutely. 150%. Yeah.
It's funny you should say that. One of the weddings that we saw that came out the church before ours, they was all in, they had like jackets, but they had short suits, like shorts with, do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's what I wore to my uncle's funeral, mate. I like there, I wear suit shorts with it. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you and a couple of the chat mate are in their shorts, mate. Because we've just decked them out in a few pairs of shorts.
That's it, mate. That's why I'm spreading it. Do you know what I mean? That's it. It's what it's all about. Normski, what you got coming up, brother?
Yeah. Wednesday, I've got the What's Going On podcast, and then followed straight after that, going to be doing the watch along to the final leg of the semi-finals. Bro, it's going to be peak. Also, I think Statty was asking why comes I didn't do a match reaction for the Bournemouth game because I didn't. Well, one, I wasn't really too interested now because the league is gone. But what I did do was I did I recorded a vlog. Just going out go-karting for the evening, so I kind of incorporated it in that, so look out for that. It should hopefully be out sometime tomorrow. I had a go at editing. I'm not brilliant, so I mean, most of the time the camera, it looks like the camera was in my face, but I had it there. But I think that I used to do it made the picture bigger, so it's like I'm in your face kind of thing, you know what I mean? But listen, I had a little go at it and stuff like that. So yeah, just a bit of vlogging, a bit of go-karting. Nice. Yeah, sort of incorporated in the Bournemouth game, just talking to a couple of my mates about it, and yeah, so yeah, it's about 20-25 minutes long. So yeah, I'm going to post that out as well, and then
wicked.
I've got them on with Jez tomorrow. I think we're doing the build up to the Jez is doing something tomorrow, and I've got history with the with me and my right hand man Kenny Ken on Thursday, doing the history. And then we'll probably be emergency meeting with Lee at some point as well after the match.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously I'm going to try and get on the Bruised Banana on Thursday, and I'm going to try and pop along on Friday with your wonderful channel, Aaron. So,
lovely, man. Lovely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, the Friday thing is like a calling thing. It's just sort of like if anyone gets 5 minutes, 5 hours. I mean, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, this has been quite a good one today. I looked at it and thought, do you know what? It's one of them. I've got like the content in there, and I'm skipped out a couple of little bits. But like, it's just sometimes you can burn straight through it. Sometimes you don't. It just all depends. You know what I mean? Yeah,
And
you can
sometimes,
try through
sometimes
some
the chat kind of determines where you go, kind of thing. So
yeah.
yeah.
And big up to the chat, man. Do you know what today as well? I know I always say it, but I'm just always so appreciative. We've had, I think max, today I'm 150 people in the building. That's awesome, man. Like that's wicked, and we still got 99 watching now, man. Absolutely world class, man. You know what I mean? We're quarter past 12. Do you know what I mean? We're talking absolute waffle, and everyone's still happy to listen to us. Just sitting here and having a bit of a laugh. Because you know what? Like someone said in the chat,
they want the DJ. They want the DJB merch dressed down. That's what they need.
Yeah. We 100% will be bringing that back. Yeah, love the show, man. I double appreciate it. Is there anyone live that we like that we can redirect to just before we do leave? Let's have a little quick look. I don't know. Let's have a little look. Chat, help me out. Let's have a little quick goosey.
Got a like him,
yeah, we got a like the geezers. What are we saying? Who's live? Let's have a little quick goosey. Anyone
Troops.
got any,
Troops is live.
Is he?
The Troops.
I can't see that.
I'm sure.
Sure you haven't refreshed your thing?
I don't know.
Let's have a little look. Let me go on my studio thing, and then I'll have a little look there. Let's have a little cheeky little goosey. See what we're saying. Next content. Lee showed me how to do this, thankfully, but I still am so rusty. I never bloody remember where to click on it. Here we go. Customization, and you go in there, redirect, and now we can sort of see who's actually. I've obviously. Oh yeah, troops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that with a bit of troops. We'll raid him with Aaron Talks Arsenal raid, shall we?
Aaron Talks Arsenal with Nolsky and and everyone else. Yeah, we're
man. That's it. Yeah, go and raid troops then, man. But yeah, everyone, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for your view, and enjoy the rest of your bank holiday. Well, actually, that's been and gone. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Whatever it is. Big up everyone. Stay safe. Be good.
Take care.
Have a laugh.
Big up everybody.
Talk Arsenal, and
Take care.
all the best, my friends.
All the best.
All right.
Take care.